Do you want to do a quick improv?
Oh, you want to do a role play?
Yeah, if you guys are in the mood for
All right,
it.
sure. Set the scene.
Okay. What is that?
His character that he played at your...
Damiac Dark Eyes.
Daviac.
Dark
Yeah,
Eyes.
let's role
This
play.
warlock, old god
Do
warlock.
we want to do something Christmas related? And
Just
you said,
you create the scene.
okay,
We'll go
you're
with it.
Scrooge, you're the ghost of Christmas present, you're Death, and I'm Tiny Tim. No.
What about,
You're
what about the other three?
You're a
What?
Brit going to feed his tortoise.
What? Wait, who?
I'm a Brit.
He's a Brit.
Oh.
Donald can be... You want to be a pirate or Daviac Dark Eyes?
Let's go with pirate.
Okay, you'll be a pirate. Al,
Dark
you're going to
Eyes.
be
It's a little
a
bit of a stretch,
concierge at a hotel, and I'm going to be the manager. The point of the scene is for a Brit and his pirate friend to try to find
That
somewhere.
would never be bad. Not gonna be friends. British Army hated pirates.
It's true.
Okay, so
is true.
A
We're
pirate.
acquaintances.
Yeah, your acquaintances trying to
Yeah,
find a
loose.
place to go, and the concierge is helping you. You guys get upset by what he's telling you, and then the manager comes out, and then the British guy leaves.
Alright, but which one of us is gonna birth Jesus? I thought this was
Good question.
thought this was a Christmas role play. I was getting turned down from the
How are we starting this off? Can you set it a little looser? I know what I'm gonna say, but like,
How
can you
does
just
this
set the
pertain to
table a
Jesus?
little
I like that.
looser?
It makes sense.
You're making it way too specific.
You know, finding
you're,
a
you're
room at the
basically
end.
giving us a
Oh, it's
script.
good.
I thought we were improving here.
It's good.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I was
Just
given.
set a basic scene. Who, what, when, where, why.
Okay. Who? Travelers.
Brit
A
pirate.
Brit, a pirate, and what is Al?
Am I,
Concierge.
hold on.
Concierge.
Am I a modern day pirate or am I a Somalian pirate? Like a Somalian pirate?
You're
Am I
an
You're your
old
favorite
school,
kind of
like
pirate.
Captain Blackbeard.
Blackbeard pirate.
Because he was a pussy. I mean, let's be honest. He was-
Yeah.
He
Well,
got
which kind of
built up in
pirate do you want to
stories.
be?
I want to be Captain Jack Sparrow.
Alright,
Okay,
he's
you
Jack
can be
Sparrow.
Sparrow.
Paul,
No, I don't want to be him.
He's Sparrow.
Well, you can be
He's
that
Sparrow.
kind of.
No, don't give him a choice. Just tell him who he is.
You're gonna be
He's Jack Sparrow.
a Jack Sparrow type pirate.
No, he's
Orlando
Jack
Bloom
Sparrow.
got it.
So
Alright, Will
Al.
Tanner.
I'm Slim Shady.
Yeah, Al's gonna be.
Slim Shady if he was a concierge.
You know what? No, I'll be the concierge. Al, you're gonna be.
A guy checking.
I'm a mannequin.
Okay, sure. Do the mannequin challenge. He's doing it. Okay, perfect.
All right. And you guys want a night, and I'm the front desk.
But we're ordering our own room.
Yeah, you're ordering your own rooms, and you're asking me questions or whatever.
Alright.
We coming in
All right.
together or separately?
Separately.
Separately. Okay.
Oh, I thought we were acquaintances.
Good day.
How's it going, sir? Welcome to the Motel Inn. How may I help you?
Yeah, I'd like a room for me and my pet.
Arr, make that two, matey.
Oh, are you guys?
all right.
Are you guys together?
No, I don't know the bloke.
Yeah,
but
it's
I'd love
on
to have
this,
a room
mate.
with him. I'm open to anything, really.
Oh,
That's how we Brits do. We're open to anything.
Oh, you're from
baby.
Britland, huh?
Hey, as long as you guys have oranges here.
Oranges? Oh, tartar.
Stave off the
Scurvy.
scurvy.
Oh, yes.
Ah.
Well, we have a. Do you want beds together, separate?
Together.
I want a twin bed all for myself, and also, you know, I've got my pet here.
What's his name?
Oh, his name's Lou.
Oh, Lou.
Arr.
Yeah, his name's Lou. He's a tortoise.
Oh, he's a tortoise, huh? Yeah.
he's
so.
he's a tortoise.
So-
I'd like a bed for my mate Lou.
But you want to share a bed with them?
That's fine. Give us
and
a
the
queen.
parrot.
Roll in one of those little twin beds. Put it in the lift. Bring it up to our room. Give us a little hit on the ringer.
I've asked
And
you got
bring
any
it in.
birdseed?
I can order some. One thing I'm gonna need from you guys is a credit card just for putting up collateral for how many days are you? You guys are getting way ahead.
Indefinitely.
Whoa.
Indefinitely.
What is this credit card you speak of?
How do you intend on paying for the room?
Please.
sir?
Doubloons.
It's on
Oh
me,
well,
mate.
if you want to put down a cash deposit, that's fine. We just need a first for security.
What is
sir.
cash?
Well, you know, it's just legal
Pieces
tender.
of 8.
Pieces of 8. We do accept pieces of 8 here. This is a seaside
Excuse
hotel.
me, mate.
yes,
I
sir.
really need this room. I
Well,
gotta go.
ask about the grog.
Please, I'm in a hurry. I gotta go feed a tortoise. Cheers.
I guess you could go. Andy's gone. So, how many doubloons are you gonna put down, sir?
Wait, I thought you give me the doubloons.
How are you gonna pay for the room? How are you gonna?
I'm a pirate.
Sir, we don't accept your kind around here.
Hey, the mini fridge, it wasn't stocked enough for me and my tortoise.
What about the birdseed?
I could really use a drink right about now. I'm parched. I'm completely parched.
There's water from a dispenser right there, sir.
I'll parlay
It's empty.
your ass.
It's bloody
Parlay?
empty.
Parlay?
Hey,
Parlay.
Your bloody water filter's
excuse
empty.
me, gentlemen. Is there a problem here?
Yeah, the bloody water's empty. My tortoise is there.
You're not letting
My
him feed his tortoise?
He's
They're not.
thirsty.
They want us to run a room, but they're not even putting
The
down
mannequin came to
deposits,
life.
sir.
My tortoise is first.
What kind of black magic?
You know what? We're gonna
By
upgrade.
Davy
We're gonna
Jones.
upgrade your room
What are
to
you?
the luxury suite.
All right.
You'll get your
All
room.
right.
You'll get your bed for you.
And birdseed.
Anyone
And
for my-
birdseed.
I need a
And
bed for my
birdseed.
tortoise.
Some for your tortoise.
My
My
tortoise.
parrot.
And you know what? I'm gonna need you to bring up a tank just for his tortoise.
Cheers.
Where am I supposed to find one of those?
Cheers, mate.
Go down the block.
Don't forget the
Down to
oranges.
Chinatown. Just take one of the fish tanks. They don't.
Arr.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
He doesn't need a lot of space. We'll just be here for a couple months. No big deal.
Arr. A couple months.
And do you know what they have? They have Spanish doubloons. Pieces of 8.
I
Arr, but
just
those
thought
are
it was
mine.
like any other currency.
Those are
Let's be real,
mine,
mate.
matey.
Yeah, but you need to put down a deposit.
Arr.
No,
I-
it's fine. It's fine. Have you seen how loaded this guy is?
Arr. If you keep
has
this
a-
doubloon, I'll put the curse on your hotel
It's fine.
chain.
It's fine. We're Catholic. We don't believe in curses. That's
Ye
fine.
fucking landlubers.
Look, I really gotta feed my tortoise.
Do you have a boat?
Cheers.
No, we don't have a boat.
What the fuck kind of sea shack is this?
We're about 3 blocks inland, sir.
Hey,
Oh, Jesus fucking
oi.
Christ.
You don't know where you are?
I'm getting a little famished. Do you know where I could get some bangers and mash?
You piece of shit.
And scene. Well, hope you guys
Good
liked our
job,
improv.
everyone.
Yeah.
How about a round of applause for our infamous
Players.
improvers?
That was fucking terrible, man. I
Yeah,
kept
it
going
was.
British pirate, and I.
You gotta think, I fought my character before I even started.
Well,
the
that's
improv.
because you knew we were going to be doing this.
Gotta feed my tortoise.
He's been saying that because he's been feeding
I actually have been taking care of a tortoise the past week, so. With that, we are the Witching Hour.
We already did
and
the outro.
We will see you all.
This is
We'll
just a
just let 'em
segment.
have
This
it.
could be a lost episode.
Thanks,
Let 'em have it.
guys.
Fuck you.
Fuck me.
Fuck you. I fuck my wife every night.
Oh, you think you're tough, huh? You think you're tough?
Give me that stapler.
I'll show you tough.
I'll show you tough. Give me that stapler.
You guys done?
No.
No, we're never done.
Okay.
We're doing it live, baby, and we're live. Here we are at the Witching Hour, episode 12, baby.
Oh, I'm gonna save that for episode 12.
Let's talk about.
Let's talk about.
Those aren't spaces, baby. That's sex.
Cheers. Cheers.
That's balls
Cheers.
slapping ass.
Okay. Easy, easy, easy. Welcome back, everybody, to the Witching Hour, episode 8.
8.
Yeah, this is
Eight?
the 8th
For the-
episode.
For 8 days of Hanukkah.
8 days of
Oh,
Hanukkah. It's
shalom.
the holiday
Shalom.
special.
Mazel
We don't do
tov.
Christmas specials here. It's the holiday special because we like everything. Anyways, we have a special guest appearing with us tonight. Our friend Donald.
Say something.
Oh, that's my cue, huh?
Yeah,
Say hello.
Hey, guys.
yeah, that's Donald. He grew up with my brother and my druther, and they were very close friends. I don't know.
Were.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're.
there was a
Were.
fallout recently, and
Accurate.
yeah. So
Fair enough.
Here I am.
So naturally, as we get into things, this is a holiday special, so we should talk about Christmas. Do any of you have any?
Well, let's introduce Donald more.
Yeah.
Well,
hold on.
he got his intro.
Yeah, no, I'm good, man. They know who I am. They can tell from my
Well,
title.
Do you
We've-
want us to tell your last name and all your debit card info and
Yeah, we can
Social
throw my
Security,
social in
PIN
there
number.
too.
Email.
Yeah, my World of Warcraft account, username and password too.
Oh yeah, your battle tag.
Yeah.
Hotmail.
Pornhub account.
Well, I've known Donald since kindergarten. We were in the same class together.
Miss Roig.
Yeah.
All three of us were in the same third grade class, too.
Oh, yeah.
Miss
Yang.
Yang.
Miss
The best
Yang.
part is I missed like 40 days that year. Not even joking.
God, I can't.
I
even,
know. That's why
I can't even fathom how
yeah.
many days I was in school back then. It seemed like every day I was in school.
What, you never
I
miss
mean,
a day?
Every day except summer.
Every day I didn't throw up when I see titties.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, third grade, I was spewing a lot. That's when
I
my
know.
parents had to have
That's
to
when you
water
went to the
me.
doctor
Let's
finally.
go back to this throwing up when you see titties thing.
Yeah.
Sure we should dive into here, right?
Yeah, sure, if you want to.
Well, I noticed, the first time I noticed that, I talked about it in episode 2.
Yeah, snakes on a plane.
We watched Snakes on a Plane, and he had to have been like maybe 8 years old, and he saw a tit in the Mile High Club scene,
Mm-hmm.
and he threw up right
Well,
after
I
that.
ran to the. I made it
You
to
ran
the
to
You
the
made
bathroom.
it to the bathroom, okay.
because he saw a tit, and he ran in the bathroom. He threw up.
Now, is this a cover for like taking care of business, or you really throwing
I
up?
know, I really threw up. My dad was
Oh,
like,
the
No,
other
he
throw up.
did.
Ah,
He
the other
did
could hear
throw up.
because
me.
he couldn't watch it anymore.
The
after
one-eyed
that.
snake throw up.
Yeah, shooting my glue.
My pee-pee threw up.
Yeah, well, you know.
No, it's been fun. Thanks, guys. I got
No, like, I don't know. I saw hentai in the 3rd grade.
I still don't
I
believe
just
that.
Yeah.
No,
Where
it's
were
true.
you?
On my computer. I remember the day we I think we were on Newgrounds and we watched this little flash animation of
Like House
Naruto
Betty?
and Hinata.
Okay.
And
Oh,
when she
nice.
took off her drawers, I'm like, "Where's the dick?"
Damn. Oh, because you what?
I
you
didn't
were,
know
like,
about
7?
vaginas yet.
She was
I didn't
like
know.
8 or
I
9,
didn't know what
8 or
to even
9.
expect under there.
Like 8 or-
So I was
8
very
years old.
surprised when I saw a gash.
A gash.
A slit.
Yeah, I'm like,
A
is
slit,
she
if you
bleeding?
will.
Why is it moist down there?
It's
Is
a-
everything okay?
It's a
Come
slit.
on.
Jesus
Bro.
Christ, how high def was this?
I can't remember. All I do remember is before that, me and my friend were on the computer. We had a little window out of the office, and my bro knocked on the window. And
You guys were watching porn?
It was hentai.
Porn.
It was hentai.
It's art.
Yeah, we were watching art, and then we
The
were
art of
really
porn.
surprised when bro was knocking on the window and looking at us through the window.
I didn't even know that.
Well, yeah.
So you
Just
saw
trying to mess
their
with
snakes
them.
on a plane.
I didn't see anything.
Well,
I
no,
was
we
just
didn't
gonna mess
pull
with
anything
them.
out. We didn't even know what. We wouldn't even know what to done at
It was
that
just
point.
a tingle.
Which
at
friend
that
was
time.
it?
Don't worry.
Do I know them?
I'll tell you after the podcast.
I
You
don't
do
wanna
know
name
them.
drop.
Is it
No.
mushroom?
Dave
No,
Grohl.
no.
Robot?
No, stop. It was not meant to.
That's not. I didn't say
I haven't
name.
talked about this guy in years. I'll tell you after the podcast.
Is it the kid whose dad is an FBI agent?
No, but
Hello.
in that group.
Because I remember him.
Yes.
Oh, then
Yes,
yeah, you probably
you can
know
stop.
The
that.
You can
servant.
stop. Yes.
I didn't like him.
Yeah, well, he bullied me because I threw up when I saw titties.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that I feel like it came from that. I just didn't know how to handle that, and every time I saw a titty after that, it made me nauseous. And then I'd think about titties, and it made me nauseous.
Wow.
But now when I think about titties, I'm still nauseous.
In a different way.
Yes.
Throw up from a different valve.
That's
Yes.
very interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Seeing hentai in the 3rd grade, I think it messes you up a little bit.
I think
I guess.
any
I mean,
sort
I
of
saw like
exposure
porn
to
and shit when I was like
sexual
10.
stuff.
No, that's
can
true.
mess you
This
up.
last summer, I got messed up. We watched to the
Oh
Hentai
my
Hell.
Oh, at
That
Anime
messed
Central.
you up.
Yeah,
it was
and,
pretty bad.
I feel like I'm just desensitized.
No, the
Dickhole man.
Dickhole man.
Oh,
got me.
yeah,
I was just
ASM.
imagining just the burning of the finger
Ugh.
going in the pee hole.
I think I just blocked that out of my memory.
Because, yeah, it's a little
I don't
backstory.
think
This
about
guy-
it
You were
anymore.
sick. You
This
were.
guy
You were
had
Yeah,
sick.
you
AIDS.
were just having a shitty time.
This
I
guy
mean,
had
I saw
AIDS,
it.
so he got kicked out of porn. So
I
he
think
started
we've
doing
talked
solo
about
stuff.
him.
Yeah.
That was in episode 1. Or of part 1. Not in episode 1, but part 1 when Jamie was here. We talked
Yeah,
about
the
it.
Yeah.
porn, the picto
Because
chat.
no,
Picked
it's
up
messed
chat, yeah.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Dickhole man did me, and I got a little
Yeah.
lightheaded. I needed to get. I just was like, nope, done.
Yeah.
So, bro, how did you meet Donald?
I honestly can't remember. I feel like I've known him for just forever.
Before
really.
kindergarten?
No, not before kindergarten, but it's
No.
like elementary school.
Well, dude, I remember.
But we weren't like friends until
No,
middle
yeah.
school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember we were in kindergarten class together, me and Donald, and then you were next door.
Yeah, because I was in
Yeah.
the other class.
Yeah, and I remember the door would open, and I'd see you, and I'd look, and I'd be like, I know him.
Crazy Bones.
That's Joey.
Bones.
Yeah, I was in like my own little world in there. It's like me and Garrett and Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
That was like us three. We were the three
Mhm.
amigos in that class. And then we all had third grade class together. And then, yeah, I don't know. I
Like guinea
started
pigs.
hanging out with Donald in middle school. So that's
Because you guys
that's
both
why.
liked
Well,
Metallica.
it was because I
Yeah.
feel like it was because of that English class we all had together.
What's oh yeah with what's her name? We don't have to say it, but
I don't remember her
the
name.
one teacher.
I forget her name.
I remember
she
we
got
were
married.
we were in that class together.
So her
Was
name's
Donald
different
in
now.
that class too? What
Yes,
core-
because he did Charles Manson. Or not Charles Manson, Marilyn Manson. He did that.
Close enough.
Wait, that was 7th grade with JJ.
Oh,
Yeah,
was
I
it?
wasn't in your guys'
I coulda
corps
sworn that was
after
sixth grade.
And I
Sixth
did-
grade, we were in the same corps. I don't
coulda
know if
sworn that
Donald
was
was
sixth
in our
grade, dude.
corps.
No, that was 7th grade when I gave my present. Maybe it was 6th grade.
Yeah, dude, it was because I remember seeing the reaction on her face when you were implying that when he removed a rib.
I thought I
Which
just
is
straight up
true.
said that he removed it so he could suck himself off
Yeah,
It is true.
it's true.
in my 6th grade.
I remember that because I remember she'd be like, oh, "Okay, all right, that's enough. Wrap it up." Yeah,
What corps were you in? 6'2"?
I
Yeah.
was 6'2".
I was two.
Donald.
I was two all
You
the way
were?
through.
Mm.
Two all the way through.
Oh, okay.
two,
Then the
baby.
science teacher switched over. That's why she knew you. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had corps in middle school
Mhm.
to separate all the kids.
Yeah.
The smarts
Segregate
from
them.
the poors and the riches.
I don't
of
even know how it was segregated, but 3 was
It
always
was
the
by
smallest.
IQ. 3 was the lowest.
Oh,
Was
that's,
it really?
I
I was
That's
gonna
what I
say
always
Donald
used to
shouldn't
say.
have been
And
in our
wasn't there
core then.
CFC or
Donald
like
should
the
have been
one
in the
thing
top
for
of
the?
I only say that because I was
Smart
in
kids.
1 for the final 2 years.
No, because the school system thought I was brain dead. Because when they did the reading test, they took you out into the hall to like read a thing to the person.
Yeah.
They asked me to read.
Yeah.
I just sat there for like the 2 minutes. And my grandma never lets me forget. She's like, no. Have him retested. He's not brain dead. And so they retested me, and I didn't have to go to remedial stuff. So that was pretty cool.
I did. But
Should have had your grandma
Yeah, your grandma could have vouched for you.
nah.
No, he was where he needed to be.
Yeah, read to succeed.
Yes, that's what bro was in.
Yeah.
The teacher was from Brooklyn.
Yeah, she was. She would always tell stories about the mob.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, she's like, one time.
She had the voice of someone
Yeah, she's like,
who
once-
dated a mob boss.
And she's like, one time at the church I was at, there was a diamond on the Virgin Mary statue, and some hoodlums stole it. And the mafia came in the next day and said, you better return it or else. The next day, the diamond showed up.
And hey, I don't get no respect.
Inspired.
And I'm getting nervous. Yeah, I know, right? And she wouldn't let me read Black Hawk Down, which I'm like, she didn't even know it was about. She's like, oh, it's about the Vietnam War. No, it's not. It's about the
Gulf War?
Somali pirates
Oh.
and how.
I'm the
Oh,
captain now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
and then she's like, it's not
Captain Tom
appropriate
Hanks?
for your age. She gave me a different book. Way more inappropriate. Angels from Heaven or whatever. The Vietnam book.
50 Shades of Grey.
Angels in the outfield.
Catcher in the Rye.
No. It's like
Such a
all
weird
angels
book. I hate that
fall
book.
from heaven or something.
Catcher in the Rye
I didn't like that book.
fucking sucked.
I didn't finish it. But
If
I
anyone-
hated what is his name? Holden
Oh yeah, Holden
Holden
Caulfield.
Yeah.
He was in a
Fuck
little.
that
He was
kid.
a hypocrite. That's the
Billy
whole point of the
got
story.
I know,
That's
but
why
still
Out the
fucking-
fire.
That story
hated him the
sucked.
whole time.
I really like the way the author set up the world. He did a good job at world building.
Whatever, man. That story sucked.
Like,
J.D.
it's a
Salinger
classic,
Made me
but
want
I
to kill
still-
Ronald
I
Reagan.
hated-
and John Lennon.
I hated the character.
Yeah, Christmas.
Well, yeah, the point is, we've known Donald for a long time.
Right.
About 2 weeks now.
It's, going on 3. And
things
we
are
don't-
looking great.
We don't really know our origin story too well.
I really don't.
I mean,
And that's how I feel for, like, a lot of my friends. It's just they've always been there.
Me and
I mean,
Joey were just kind of biker gang. Played baseball in the park, with tennis balls. And,
We were always the kids in middle school that never had jackets.
true.
That's good. That's true.
We took sewing together because we were tight.
Yep. Sewing class.
Duke or Spook, which we later realized was a very racist doll that they let us sew.
Yeah, that was
It's been much.
questionable.
Duke the Spook.
The Duke of Spook.
Oh my
It
god.
was,
It was a little
it was
ghost.
supposed to be a
with,
little
like-
ghost.
It
But,
was a
Oh,
cute
okay.
little ghost with like a top hat and a cane.
But the name.
Interesting.
but the name and it
Yeah.
just,
Didn't age well.
No, it did
No.
not.
No.
But we still made it.
Yeah. Then we put the needles in our hands and had to get checked every time we left class.
yeah, that's a funny story actually. We used to push you know you can take like a little sewing needle or like a safety pin or whatever.
Right.
You can kind of put it through the first layer of your skin
Mm-hmm.
so it like sticks in there. And we used to put them through our fingers. Me, Donald, Sean, and Dave, and we'd put them in our fingers and we go Wolverine. And we just like go like with our claws like that, like fierce. Yeah, we were
Yeah.
fierce. And then the teacher saw it one day and she got really pissed off. And so after that day, every day at the end of class, she would check our shoes and our feet to make sure we weren't taking needles with us.
But me, being the resourceful plug I was, I latched them in the little, the fib, the fob, whatever the pocket is on your jeans.
The pants
Oh,
pocket,
yes,
inner
yes.
pants.
I would lodge the needles there and then distribute them to Joey and Sean outside of
Yeah,
class.
so we could keep
So we
playing
could
Wolverine.
keep playing Wolverine. Needless to say,
So
sewing
funny.
class was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
We all wore our Metallica shirts on the same day, and everyone asked if we called each other.
And the funny thing was I don't think we did. Did we plan it?
We might have planned.
We
it,
might have planned it. We might have talked
Just like
about
the
it
day
like the day
before.
before.
but we told them we didn't.
Yeah.
That is definitely
That's the
something-
definition of
that's-
middle school
yeah.
cool right there.
And the funniest thing was we left that class and we're walking down the stairs during passing period, and this kid, like 6th grader, sees us. We were in like 8th grade at that point, and the 6th grader sees us and he just says, he stops dead in his tracks and he looks at us and he says, "Oh no, I'm dead meat." And it was like he thought we were gonna like jump him or something. We
Yeah,
weren't gonna
'cause
do
you guys
anything.
look like a gang. You're
someone
all
too
wearing-
absorbed in Hollywood
Yeah,
interpretation.
pop
Yeah,
culture. It was really
of
funny.
like
To be
bullies.
fair, Joey did have his gang.
Joey had a gang.
We don't have to talk about that on this podcast.
Okay.
It was questionable at best.
Oh,
We found something he's
Interesting.
too embarrassed about.
well, he has plenty of things.
Yeah,
like
actually,
that.
this is not the
This
first
is
time
not-
I've
we've
said
had
we don't have to
cut
talk
plenty
about
of
it.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
But I'll
but
leave
yeah,
this little
like-
section
like-
in.
He
Jomo.
put the strong front on when he was advocating me coming out when he was at my house giving me the pitch.
Yeah, I told him anything goes. What I didn't tell him was that we edit a lot out. And we're going to edit this out, by the way.
No, we're not.
We'll see.
Yeah, so I just have something I want to say. I feel like I remember the first time I bonded with Donald. It might not have been mutual, but I felt a real connection afterwards.
Ugh.
It's when you guys you played X-Men.
No. It's when it was Halloween when you were being Fat Mac. And
Ew.
we wanted to play beer pong, but
When
Al-
was this?
I think it
Oh,
was one or
so
two
my
Al's
Halloweens.
Halloween party?
Yeah, Al's
Yeah.
Oh,
Halloween
yeah,
party.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then we went around and looked for ping pong balls. For
Was
like
that the
an
year
hour.
that I was...
I'm still finding some from you, Donald.
Yeah, we went everywhere looking for ping pong balls.
That's the year you were
I
in
was a
Hellbilly.
redneck?
Yeah, you were
Yeah,
a redneck.
yeah.
And you kept saying, or no, never mind.
That was that
New
New
Year's.
Year's. I said it's a prime year, so
Prime
it's going to be a country
year.
2017, by the way.
But yeah, I felt like that was the first time I connected with Donald, and we had
Really? I would have thought it was earlier than that, because how long have we been all playing D&D together?
He didn't join until
Yeah, I didn't
Three.
join.
And like when he
Oh,
did, he
wow.
did his sassy stuff, and we'd always give him flack
Yeah,
about it.
you
and,
guys
like,
would always
jokes.
go back and forth. There was
Well,
a lot
no.
of tension.
Him
I
and
was
Dweller.
scared of
him
Donald
and
for
yeah,
a
him
long
and
time.
John would just straight up duel.
Honestly, that'll probably continue.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
see that
he's a
stopping.
fucking noble asshole, and I'm just a down-to-earth druid, and he doesn't respect
Yeah,
my
you
wisdom.
roll around in the mud.
That's what I was
from
meant
two
to
different
do.
worlds.
Yes, but the thing that really pissed me off is when he's like, don't talk while we're meeting with the ship makers. I'm the wisest one in the group. My wisdom level is like 10 points higher than anyone else's. I should have been the one.
Well, he's a pompous noble.
He is.
He's
an
playing the
asshole.
character
You may
well.
be
He's
wise,
playing-
but you're a recluse. I mean,
He's playing the character
Yeah,
well.
you don't.
Yes.
You
Social
can't blame him for
skills.
that.
yeah.
I still know things.
You're like Elon
Elon Musk. Someone with... No, I'm not going to say it. I'm like Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
He just lit up a J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm
he
Joe
tried
Rogan.
to make. He's researching how to make men have babies.
Yeah.
It's true. Anyways.
So we can eliminate the women race. So he stops throwing up.
Yeah.
Boom,
Yes.
full circle.
There
done.
you
Full
go.
circle.
Boom. All right, and now that we're full circle, the theme of this episode is Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas. Merry Christmas and time.
Oh, I
Man,
should have
cut
brought
this,
Jingle
please.
Bells. We could have been like,
Oh, that would have
you
been.
know, the whole time. But we got
That,
blasted.
that would have made us
Yeah.
clip. That would have made us clip so bad. That would have been too loud.
There we go.
See, we're picking up that enough.
That's fine.
Nagasaki bomb. Until you have eggnog.
What
And
was
sake.
Interesting.
what's your most favorite Christmas gift ever?
Oh, I have one. I thought about this before.
Fleshlight.
No, maybe this year. Fingers crossed. No, honestly, I think the present I was most excited about was back when I was 10. This is probably like the most excited I've gotten over a present. I got a Yu-Gi-Oh! Dual Disc.
Yes.
And I was very excited about that. And I was like, this is the fucking coolest present ever. And then my mom bragged about it to my whole family that how I thought it was like the best present ever. And I was
Right.
like, fucking goddamn it. Because like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
at the age,
Uh-huh.
I was like probably 10 or
Right.
11.
Yeah.
And I was at the age where it was like, didn't want my extended family, all my older cousins, to hear me getting hyped over a dual disc. So I was
Right.
like, Mom.
And now you're 25.
And now
proud
I-
as hell about it.
Yeah. Now
I'm
I'm open about
Pretty
it
upset
now.
we sold our dual discs.
You still have your one.
Well, the
The
GX,
GX,
generation,
yeah.
not the original
Not
dual
Dual
discs.
Monsters.
But yeah, that was probably my
Not
favorite.
Hypercorp.
My favorite Christmas present.
Mhm.
I would say my Game Boy, but that was a birthday present.
Oh, yeah. You remember how we used to get Joey plus Alex presents?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
you remember that little
we got a
construction...
hockey table once.
A hockey table? Do you remember the little construction set? Like that you can use with the remote controls and
Yes.
pick up? That was
That
my...
was. I had so much fun with that.
Yeah.
It's like, do you remember those little? It was like remote control things.
Right. Like you could do a fire engine and there was like multiple stuff like that.
Yeah, and they were like bulldozers and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And you would have, it was kind of like the Rube Goldberg style shit where it was like these
Oh,
little plastic
yes.
balls
Yes,
and
the
conveyor
like
belts.
yes,
yeah, and the
yes,
conveyor
yes.
Yeah.
belts. Yeah, that was my
Yeah.
favorite
We
And you
got
could
that.
play
ever.
them. You could
Yeah.
test it at
Yes.
like Toys R Us and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yep, exactly.
Well, we had
I
that
don't know what
in
it's
our
called.
living room, yeah.
I
We
don't
had that. We got that for Christmas one year. And I
Also,
was mad hyped on
do you
that,
remember
too.
when we had the droid that would shoot the discs with the Jedi thing?
A little bit.
Yeah, that one was cool. And then I used when it broke, I just used the sticks as my my Nightwing clubs. And then I got that funny story with Garrett and the Hulk hands. But we'll wait for Garrett to be on the podcast for that.
Yeah, that's a good story.
I think one of my favorite Christmas presents was I think it was from Santa, but later I found out it was from my uncle. Was
What?
PlayStation 1.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
With
PlayStation
what
1.
game?
I don't remember what my first game was, but I ended up getting Spyro the Dragon one year. Like it was like
Nice.
98.
Was that your first console?
Yeah, it was my first console.
You remember back to 1998?
Yeah.
I mean,
Dude,
we were
what
like
was that
5.
shit, man, it's a fucking
5,
PlayStation
4.
1. How
I
do you
don't
forget?
remember
You never
back in
forget your first
1998.
console, dog.
I know you were
Oh,
born.
bullshit.
So was
You
my
used
sister.
to tell me you could remember being like 2.
You
I
being
remember
in the
going up
womb.
to people at the Dairy Queen. My earliest memory is going up to people at the Dairy Queen and saying, "I'm Alex and I'm 3 years old."
I'll kick your ass.
I'll kick your ass.
And then anything Fisher Price, like those Fisher Price Cowboy Knights.
That was like your favorite?
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
that stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fucking
That stuff's
Playmobil
good.
and shit.
Yeah.
I forgot about
Like
that.
there was
You were
there
into
was these
I know,
knights,
yeah.
and then they like you would the king one, and you would like squeeze the head and like the crotch, and he would like karate chop. And I was like, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
He was like, "Ooh, that tickles."
Yeah. And
Stop touching me,
playing
Elmo.
with those. Well, yeah, those were my favorite because they're so vividly in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Donald.
The one that stands out to me is when my parents got me a stereo when I wasn't really expecting it. So I just got to fucking blast my CDs in.
Hell yeah.
And to blast some Appetite for Destruction and some cool stuff like that, you know?
Walk by Pantera.
Yeah,
And somebody tells you to turn it down, you just flip them the bird and turn
Turn
that
it
shit
up.
up.
Yeah, man. Fucking hallowed be thy name, baby.
So how old were you when you got that? Like 11, 12?
It was in my
14.
old house, so before 7th grade, subtract a couple years,
13,
let's
14.
say 5th or 6th grade, so whatever the
Nice.
fuck that
Yeah,
makes.
10 or
12,
11,
12, 13.
12, 13. Let's go 12, 13. That sounds right.
That sounds
Okay.
right. Yeah.
Circa
Well, if you're
2005.
15, freshman year of high school usually.
Yeah, 12, 13.
14, 13, yeah, 13,
Okay,
12.
well, 5th grade
Well,
ended
11.
in 2005 for us, so that's 12.
Mm-hmm.
6th grade ended in 2006, so that's 13. 12, 13. We're going into
All right, yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
When did all of you stop believing in Santa Claus?
Oh, this is embarrassing.
I really don't know.
Or do you still believe in Santa
It was like probably 5th or 6th grade. Or 4th or 5th. It was 4, 5, or 6. It was because my brother said something, and then one day, so my mom works for United, so basically O'Hare Airport, so she's like doing support for them. So she would do night shifts. So she would be like tired in the daytime because she would work at night, so she would be sleeping in the morning and stuff like that. So one day I asked her, I was like, yeah, reindeers can't fly. How the hell do they fly? Basically saying stuff like that to my mom. She's like, you want to know how? They put firecrackers in their ass.
Oh my god.
Like, I shit you not. That's what she said to
Well,
me.
there's not going to be enough propulsion from those.
Exactly. But she was just so dead ass
Yeah,
tired that
just like done.
yeah, it was funny. It was funny because I remember it.
Were you just like, were you like not phased by it, or were you?
No, I
just
didn't have like an
what?
existential crisis. I was like,
Okay,
it
because
makes
that
sense.
happens sometimes.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
For me, I remember when I was
Because I think I found out about the tooth fairy or something like that first, and
yeah,
then they all
yeah,
fell.
I feel like
apart.
that's how it goes.
Yeah.
It's a domino effect.
Yeah.
For me, what happened? I remember I was like 8 or 9, and I was at. Well, okay. Here's what happened. Here's the twist. I was at my friend, Vince's house.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Back when I was like 8 or 9, there was a bunch of us there, and I remember he just straight up said that Santa Claus wasn't real.
Right.
But I was so dead set on believing. I was like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to believe him. I was like in denial because what had happened was I was like clinging on to this dream that I had, but I thought it was real. I had a vivid dream when I was maybe like 5 or 6
Yeah.
that I woke up in the middle of the night on Christmas Eve and I was getting up to go to the bathroom and I turned and looked to the living room and I saw Santa Claus putting
Right.
presents in the living
I
room.
have a
Yes.
pretty similar dream to
And-
that.
Yeah.
And then I like just went to the bathroom and then went back to bed and I thought it was real. So for probably like 4 years after that in elementary school, I believed that was real.
Right.
And so I was so dead set on that dream that even when somebody told me that Santa Claus wasn't
You're like,
real, I still didn't believe in it. I didn't believe it, and I still believed in Santa Claus for probably a solid like 2 or 3 years after that. But it was mostly a denial thing where like
Right.
in the back of my head I
Good
was
one,
like
Vince.
I
Good
was
one.
like I
Yeah.
know he's right
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that it wasn't real,
Yeah.
but I was still like fuck it, I believe.
Did you ever like stay up and like wait or like sleep on the
I
couch or
probably
something like
did
that?
when I was younger. I feel like
I
I'd
just couldn't
always
sleep when I was
I
younger.
definitely
yeah.
talked about doing that a lot when I was younger.
I would do it, and then I'd end up just passing out.
Yep.
And then when you wake up and you'd be like, no.
Yeah, that was the fucking worst. Go upstairs, don't come down, do not pass go. Go directly to jail.
But like I was saying with the dream, I remember once. This was when we weren't in bunk beds anymore, so we separated the beds.
Separation anxiety, okay.
Yeah.
Same.
So, oh god, we've had those beds separated for so long. We still sleep in our little beds. It's so small.
They're
a little
close enough.
twin.
They can
Little
hold hands
twin.
across the room.
I mean, I really don't take up much space, so I could sleep in a smaller bed.
I mean,
and
I
I'd
have
be
to
fine.
sleep in a fetal position, so
Yeah, you're too tall for
I'm
your
too
bed.
tall
It's
for
funny.
my bed. But whatever. The point
That's not
is,
good.
I remember when I was a kid,
That's like back problems.
waking up in the I know I got
That's
back
my
problems.
bear. Alright,
Spinal.
dream story.
I just remember the windows weren't, the shades weren't closed because we wanted to get up as soon as possible for presents. Well, like, okay, the dawn light will wake us up. I remember waking up in the middle of the night and I saw a red pulsating light outside of the window, and I'm
Pulsating.
like, it's Rudolph. That's Rudolph's nose.
Brake light.
It probably was a brake light. Yeah. Yeah. I stopped believing in Santa in
8th grade.
yeah.
I had a feeling when he said he was embarrassed. I was
Yeah.
like, that could
Well,
be
like,
the only way.
Whatever.
Well, I
man,
was sitting in the
whatever.
library and people were talking about it. I was like reading. But people were like, yeah, people who still believe in Santa are fucking idiots, and I'm like,
That's
and
me.
then I was at
Oh,
Office Max
probably.
with my mom, and I'm like, Santa isn't real, is she? And he's like, you want me to tell you the truth? And I'm like, you already have by saying that. Yeah, and she's like, yeah, I made. She for a second she thought you said something,
Oh,
like you were
immediately
being an
go.
asshole. But
Come on, give me the
pleasantly
benefit of the
surprised.
doubt.
Yeah, it's gotta be tough as a parent. When do you rip that Band-Aid off? Because, like, fuck.
Some parents do it right from the get-go.
Yeah, because, I
They
mean,
don't
that's
build that belief.
it's lying to your fucking kids, man.
yeah, and why give the credit to some fat old pedophile when you can give it to yourself for all those presents?
Obviously, like, yeah,
Well-
you want your kid to have, like, this sense of whimsical fantasy, like, you know, like,
I think part of it's tradition.
Yeah.
tradition.
Yeah.
It's
It's
still, like, a little
90%
belief that there's
tradition.
good in the world instead of just inherent shit that
Also,
you'll
it's
learn
to
by
make sure
yourself.
your kids behave
Yeah,
during that
it's
time.
True,
Definitely.
yeah, it's an incentive for them to be good, so they're not in the naughty list.
I mean,
Although,
you
have
could say
any
the
of you
same,
ever
like,
gotten
hey, I want to
coal?
get you a present, or I'm going to tell you fuck off. You're getting
Right.
Yeah,
shit.
because like even
Yeah.
around your birthday, your parents would be like,
I'll call Santa.
I'll
Oh,
take
yeah.
your presents back."
I'll call Santa. Have you ever like gotten
Yes,
that throughout
yes,
the year? Yeah.
absolutely.
I'll call Santa.
Oh, especially with me and bro, because we always would fight when we were
Yeah.
little.
Yeah, brothers fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or
so-
you were naughty in church.
We would
I'll
never
call
talk
Santa.
during the winter back in the day, because I'd be like, bro, you're going to antagonize me. Just leave me alone. I want my
I
toys.
didn't care.
Yeah, you're chaotic neutral.
I don't
I
care.
didn't. I was too nihilistic. I was like, "Fuck it, I want to fight."
We believe in
Have
nothing
any of you guys
about
ever
seed.
gotten coal?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Cold?
Really?
chewing gum.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah, yeah, the
Same.
fake coal.
Yeah.
I think I got fake coal.
The,
once.
like
The-
coal is such an ancient tradition. It must have been like
Well,
you
it's
know?
like, thank you. You're giving me a power supply.
but
a-
you
a
know
resource.
Giving you heat,
What-
that's about it.
like what part of
It's
the
important.
Yeah, turn that shit into a power.
is that an
lump
American
of
thing?
coal.
Like where how would that would have
Maybe
started?
it's from Krampus.
Yes,
It's a
Deutschland.
European thing,
Okay.
Saint
They
Nikolai.
just have coal lying around.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah,
or
dude.
grain
Maybe,
alcohol.
or maybe the ancient thing was just shit, but that was too crude, so they
No.
changed it
What?
over time
No,
to
get the
coal.
fuck outta here.
A lump.
Get the fuck out of
Come
here.
on.
Yeah,
a lump
and
of
it,
shit.
and it was dried out.
Yeah,
They're gonna
it
fucking
could've been
lash-
dried
they're
out
gonna
dog
lash you
shit.
for that.
Okay, random question.
Road
No, no,
apples.
hold on, I want to
Yeah.
go back to. I want to go back. Did you guys
Oh,
ever do?
steam power.
No.
No, we don't. have
Staying
to
on
go
Christmas
there.
here, man.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
talking about.
Christmas.
Did you guys always do St. Nicholas Day or whatever? Like
Saint
December
Nicholas.
5th or 6th or 7th, where you put your
We
socks
used
out?
to.
We did it
We
one
did it a
year.
couple of years.
Maybe 1 or 2 years
Yeah.
when they taught us about it in like
yes,
second
yes.
grade.
I love that shit more than Christmas some of these times.
Yeah, that
'Cause,
was
like,
cool.
this is
I
like-
liked it more because
I
that
was
was
in-
one of the coolest holiday gifts I ever got. It was an ultimate rare king. You know who I'm talking
A
about.
Yu-Gi-Oh card.
A Yu-Gi-Oh card. It's
Fish-
the
fish.
koala who has the
Oh.
boxing gloves, the
You
fusion.
pulled it out of a pack.
Master of Oz.
Cause it's like
No, it was just Master of the Oz single.
Oh.
And I'm
You had
like,
a
this is the
single?
coolest thing I've always wanted.
it's
This. I
like
love
small
GX.
little like gifts,
Ulti-rare.
candy. You don't have to jump through any fucking hoops like you do on Christmas, where you go
Yeah.
to Christmas mass. You just get your shit and then you go
Yeah.
to school.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And it's a good
fuck
start to the day.
Christmas mass. That's my least favorite thing
Yeah,
in the
'cause
whole
all
world. And
you-
it always has been. And it always will
And
be.
we'll be going to that tomorrow.
You know why last Christmas was the best Christmas ever?
You didn't go to church.
I didn't have to go to church.
Nice.
It
Yeah.
was amazing.
You just got to eat fried chicken,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we would always
flavored Pringles.
we would always go to church, and sometimes we do midnight mass.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Midnight mass at school.
Yeah. Um,
Said the real church.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
I was an altar server, and
Altar
so
boy.
Yeah, he
altar
got
boy,
diddled.
whatever.
Diddle.
So we'd get the schedule, and then you'd have Christmas mass, and then they set it up so you could actually get a seat. Your family would actually get a seat. So that worked out like 1 or 2 years. I had midnight mass one year, and that actually wasn't too bad.
Were you good at? being
Because you're
the
kind of
choir
involved in the
boy?
mass, so you're not like
Yeah.
Yeah, you shot.
Just
No, I
sitting
get that.
for,
I remember when I was younger.
you don't have to wear nice clothes because you're
Mhm.
wearing the robe.
Yeah, and when I was
Yeah,
younger, we
you
used
said
to be
to be
involved
clean
in
for the
like the
priest.
Oh.
nativity story
Oh,
play
yeah,
that
the
the
plays.
kids do.
Those were kind of fun.
And that was kind of nice because you didn't have to sit in the pews or anything.
Mm.
That I just hate that shit. I hate just sitting
Yeah.
in the fucking
Can't we
pew.
be comfortable in the house of God?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armchairs.
Yeah.
yeah, these
recliners.
pews, at least like a cushioned pew, that would be
Uh,
nice, not just the wood.
It's funny because when Mom used to make us go to church like every Sunday, I remember I would straight up fall asleep in the pews. And I would be like, I'd make sure I was on like the aisle,
Right.
so I'd be in the corner, and
Yeah,
I'd just
the
put my
nook.
head
Yeah.
in the corner. I would sleep. I had no shame about that. I
Bro,
didn't give a shit if
do you
people
remember
saw
how
me
you used to
sleeping.
pass the time like a few years ago? What you
I would
do?
draw.
and
I would
then-
draw fucked up pictures
and
on
you'd
the
show
envelope.
it to me. Yeah.
Yeah, I would draw.
Oh,
like,
on the donation
yeah, like
envelope
draw like dicks or something.
Yeah.
in the house of God.
I don't fucking.
And then
I
your
know
mom
you
would
don't.
see them, and she'd get upset, and she'd always be like, "Give those to me.
Yeah.
Like, you're not. I'm not letting anybody see these in the trash. We're taking them home to
I
throw them
know,
out."
it's so
To
funny.
burn them.
My
Yeah,
son's
I
a
didn't
homo.
give a shit. I was like, oh, I'm so bored.
And that's probably I don't even remember what we did last time at church when we had to go. We only go like Easter Sunday. And
I
Christmas
try to
now.
draw every time.
Christer Easter
I
kids.
fucking-
I don't know. We don't
love
even
Palm
go
Sundays.
Easter anymore.
Oh,
Palm
that's
Sunday's
right.
good.
Mom
Yeah,
doesn't
dude,
even
you get
make
the
us go
fucking
As
anymore.
soon as I
bath.
hit college,
You don't
she
have to
knew I'd
shower
be
that
too
day.
hungover to go to church on a Sunday.
I think she probably just figured out that we're not God-fearing men.
Yeah,
Well, just not passionate about religion, like whatever.
most of this generation.
Dad doesn't go to church, so
Well,
that's the excuse.
It's
Dad
because he
doesn't
was
go.
raised Italian Catholic.
Roman.
No, what happened, the story of why my dad doesn't go to church is because
I haven't
one
heard
day
this.
they were going to church on a Sunday and his dad couldn't find a parking space and he got so pissed off that he said, "That's it. We're not going anymore."
Is that true?
Yes, Dad. told
You
me
know what?
that.
I believe that.
And that's why my dad, after that, he never went to church after that.
Yeah, he got to sit at home, read the paper, and eat donuts.
Yeah.
What would you guys do at that hour though? Like, come on.
Eat donuts,
Eat
watch
donuts.
Saturday morning,
Sleep.
Sunday morning
Yeah,
cartoons.
sleep.
I'd be laying in my bed like a piece of shit.
Whatever, man.
Putting off starting my day for another 6 hours.
Oh,
I mean,
that's fine.
our
You had a long
goats-
night of WoW playing. I used to get up that morning after playing WoW with you guys all fucking
And
night.
going to church.
Yeah, and then I'd get up the next morning and go to church and sleep in the pews.
So when was the when did you stop going to church? I stopped
High
going
school,
to
my
church
mom stopped making me.
freshman year.
That's
was when we
nice. My
stopped.
mom made me stop going consistently once I was done with high school. She didn't make me go anymore. And it was like that day, I knew it was coming too, because I kept asking her, I'm like, do I have to go? And she's like, once you graduate, you can decide if you want to go or not anymore. And then graduation day came, and it was like,
I'm done.
I'm done.
I'm out.
No more church.
Yeah, I think I was done after confirmation. I think that's when I finally got the release.
That's good.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I had to suffer for a while.
Yeah, I think for me and my family, what it was after my grandma passed away, it was like, well, why are we going to church? What do we have to pray for right now? I don't know, because we're always praying for her.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's like when you should go to church, like when you're having that hard time, man.
Well, no, well,
He's saying after.
after.
I know, like looking for something to lean on and get the resolve going, you know.
I
But
don't
he
know.
let you do the big guy up there, let you down. I get that too.
Yeah.
Or lady, sorry.
Hurt big.
Because she like
Bean.
around that time she would
Big
watch
Don,
mass
Big
on
Bean.
Mr. Bean's
TV.
God. It'd just be all wacky. Wouldn't that be fun?
You did the mass on TV route.
Yeah, she would just watch, and it would be in Latin. She was old school, so it was Latin.
I was always
E
jealous of my
pluribus
grandpa.
nunum.
Always jealous of my
Knowing-
grandpa.
Newman.
Knowing Latin.
Ukfe
No.
uye.
That's
You just
big
didn't have to
Latin.
go to church.
Close
He's just like,
enough.
I'm watching mass on TV this week. You guys have fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, Grandpa gets to stay home and watch TV. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
You know, my confirmation was pretty fun. just made fun of kids all day.
What do you mean?
It sounds like Catholicism in a nutshell. Or
I'm Methodist.
Protestant.
Look, we can fucking wait
Protestant.
until it's confirmation season to tell these stories. It's fucking
This isn't
Christmas.
the religious podcast. This is the holiday special. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah.
No.
I don't even know what
Christmas.
Kwanzaa is.
This is Christmas. We're not one of those holiday
seen Futurama.
podcasts.
I
This
only
is
know
Christmas.
Kwanzaa bot. That's it.
Okay,
And
guys.
Hanukkah, because this is the
It's got
eighth
like the
episode.
same concept as
8
Hanukkah
episodes,
a little
8
bit.
days of
Candles, right?
Here's at 8 nights.
No.
8 nights of Hanukkah.
Eight crazy nights, like Adam Sandler movie.
Yep.
Yeah, this...
So
our
7
podcast
days,
is
8
perfect
nights.
for that.
You guys got it wrong though, because Hanukkah's actually there's 2 robots oil wrestling, and they only had enough oil to last.
That's
them for-
Robonica.
My bad. Never mind.
Okay,
Whoops.
so what's your favorite Christmas song?
All right, easy. Jingle bells, except dogs barking.
Rough,
rough, rough, rough, rough, rough, rough, rough, rough,
Oh my
rough,
God.
rough.
Me is it's definitely any song that you sing in church. So like "Hark the Herald Angels Sing," "Angels We Have Heard on High."
Our God is an awesome God.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that one. That's my favorite Christmas song.
Yeah, basically when it gets really churchy, I like those ones.
Nice.
I like the meme one with the lady singing. I can't. All I want for Christmas is you.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say,
Oh.
"Baby, it's cold."
I
Well,
thought you were
that's
gonna
a fun one just because it's a song about rape.
It isn't though, because that was like a cultural thing. His
No,
daughter
Bill
defends
Cosby
it.
wrote that song.
Yeah.
Crosby.
Well, hey, what's
Bing
in
Crosby.
this drink?
Bill Crosby and Nash.
Bing Crosby
Wow.
beat his kids. He didn't rape his wife.
Jesus.
It's true. It came out.
Yeah, he was the crew.
Every musician's beating their kids. Look at little Mikey Jackson. He got beaten. That's why he was a child perpetually.
Look,
that's a different
has nothing to do
That's a
with
different can of
We're not
worms.
touching
We're
that.
not going into that.
Okay.
We'll stick with the heated date rape Christmas song. We know there's no date rape and it's just straight up rape, but
Yeah, that song.
Skip.
is
So, what's your
messed up.
favorite?
we'll go to my favorite
Yeah, yeah.
song.
What's
Yeah.
one of your
I'm a
favorite
big Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, they should make Trans-Siberian Orchestra play the Smash song.
songs? Yes.
Ooh, that would
They
be,
would be good
pretty.
for
Yeah,
that,
that would
yeah.
be good. Yeah.
Because I fucking hate Christmas songs, but I love that shit.
What about rocking around the Christmas tree? A little bit of metal for you, Mike.
I like that one because it makes me think of Macaulay Culkin.
Yes, I
Oh,
literally
you like
see the
little
scene. I
toys,
literally
huh,
see him
bro?
pulling the strings. Michael Jordan going around the room.
Yes,
Yes.
love it.
And Joe Pesci's like, "You looking at me?"
I don't know about that.
Yeah, bibbidi boppity, huh?
Yeah. Give me this uppity. Oh, yes. Christmas. What's your favorite part about Christmas, guys? I like...
The fucking presents.
Okay.
I like having the day off now because I'm old.
I like just the aesthetic, you know, a winter wonderland, sleighs moving through the snow. Yeah, it's not fun because it's cold as shit out, but it looks nice and pretty. White Christmas, phenomenal film, makes it look good.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. Look, let's be real here. Christmas is a commercial holiday now.
No.
So let's
It's always
just stop
been.
pretending it's not and just get to the point, and that's the presents.
No, it's about the smell of the goddamn Christmas tree.
That is
and
good
the
too.
hot cocoa.
That's commercial. as
We've
well.
we
smell of
have
Christmas
either
tree?
of
Yeah,
you
you gotta
guys
buy
had
those things.
have any of you guys
Very
ever
good.
had real
Got 'em.
Christmas
Yeah.
trees? Because me and bro have never had real Christmas
Yes,
trees.
we did once, but Mom was allergic to it, so we stopped.
Oh,
I don't.
And you were too, so we also stopped because of that. I remember you were a little.
he doesn't
young.
remember because he was on Benadryl.
Yeah, you
that
had to take a lot.
Christmas.
No, he did have
Whoa,
to take a lot of
Benadryl!
Benadryl.
I could
I
tell
bet.
some stories about Benadryl on this podcast.
We'll do that in the drug episode.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
We could have one.
Yeah, we could have one. That's true.
But yeah, I'm allergic to Christmas trees. Plus, artificials are just better.
No.
Eh,
Wrong.
Better
They
for
s-
the
they
environment.
don't smell.
They're
as
cheaper
good.
in the long
Wrong.
run. Cheaper in the long run, my
Wrong.
friend. You drop 120 for an artificial tree, that's like
Probably
one
not
decent
even
tree.
dropping that much.
Yeah, they're getting more expensive because
Really?
the light
The
bulbs
lights
are.
are-
Well, if you
yeah.
get the ones with
Glued
the lights
on.
included, which I'm not a big
They're
fan
putting
of.
more LED and
Just get the
other
strands.
less work to put it up, so it's kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Next, they're gonna have all the sentimental ornaments built in. Baby's first fortnight,
God.
Fuck
1932.
that, dude. When I have my own tree, I'm just gonna decorate a piranha plant.
Like a Venus flytrap? Or are you gonna like?
No, an actual piranha plant.
Oh my god! So you're gonna
He's gonna taxidermy piranhas.
onto a plant?
Dead piranha.
You know what,
on a
audience?
Venus flytrap.
I'll leave it to your imagination.
That's the thumbnail.
Oh, the piranha plant from Super Smash Bros. And Mario World. And gotcha.
It's up
It's
to your
Nintendo.
imagination.
They're gonna sue us if we say anything more.
No, you don't say intendon.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you.
say a Superman.
Super pet.
Yeah.
So you guys use real trees, Don?
I have a
Al?
fake tree.
Yeah, use a real tree.
Donald just chopped one down a couple weeks ago.
With your bare hands, you just snap it over your leg.
I don't know how he did it.
No, as Joe would say, I'm a logger.
Been logging in
Come
these,
from a long line of loggers.
logging in this town for generations.
So I gotta change my diet to be very acidic, and then drink a lot of water too to just get it's the whole process. No, we go to the what is it? The Wilderness Scout people now, because Indian
that?
Scouts is offensive, which it
Oh, did they change their name?
is. Yeah, they're like.
Oh yeah,
wilderness.
we used to sell Christmas trees with the
The
Indian
Native
Scouts.
American Scouts.
Yeah, so that,
Native Scouts.
Native.
Just shorten it.
They're not the Boy Scouts.
when I went to go,
They're not even Boy Scouts anymore.
No,
They're
Just-
men Scouts.
Just Scouts.
they're gender neutral Scouts.
But Girl Scouts is still a thing.
No, they're
'Cause-
called brownies.
Oh, they're called
True.
really? Are they?
That's
I
like
thought
the,
those are like that's
no,
the
those are the
that's
young
like the
ones.
younger one.
Awards.
Like Weeblos. I was a Boy
Guidos.
Scout.
Weebo.
Weeblos, no.
Guidos.
Guidos.
All right, I know because I was in it.
Gorilla Juice Heads. Guidos.
All right, favorite diorama you guys ever had to make in elementary school?
What does this have to do with Christmas?
I did not make many dioramas, so you know what?
I
I'm gonna fill
remember-
this up. You guys can talk
Brooke,
about that. 'cause
fill
I
it
don't
Yeah,
up.
know.
all right. Well, if you're doing that.
Yeah, can you help us all out, please? Just water. I know you need to
Perfectly.
grab ice. Well, he's not gonna be part of that, so I'll just get into mine. First grade, I had to make a little diorama. I don't think I even did anything. I think my parents did most of the work because I was an idiot.
I think, well, it would happen. They would want to get involved. And
Yeah,
then
it
they'd
just
wanna-
looks so cool. It was about dinosaurs, so I used to have all these, like, we used to have so many different toys in the house, and of course we had dinosaur toys. And we just used so many to set up a scene of, like, dinosaurs dying. I just liked it a lot. And the fake trees and having the sand
Yeah.
texture, it was really cool.
Oh, dude, why did I do a dinosaur diorama too?
First grade,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we had like a dinosaur unit in first or second grade in Roosevelt.
and they're like, dinosaurs were invented by God by
Yeah,
Satan to fool
No,
us.
no.
Public
we
school
did-
taught creationism.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think I did one for the.
We did one in third grade.
Like, I did like Revolutionary War or something like that.
Actually, we did two in third grade. I
I only
think.
remember one other project.
For our third grade class, we had together. We had to do one where we picked like a Native American tribe.
Oh, dude, did Delaware Indians
Yeah, I
or
had the
Native Americans, whatever.
I had the
We
Pueblo.
call them Indians
I
then.
had the Pueblo Indians, and that was a fun ass diorama mix. They make clay and make their burrows like in the
I
cliff
don't
walls.
think I got to do that.
And then there was another one we had to do where like I went all out on it. It was like we had to build like a skyscraper.
Oh yes, you got to choose how you wanted to do it because remember that one girl made a
Oh.
cake with the
Yeah.
Sears Tower.
And I went all out on that crap, man.
My
Yeah.
bro did a really cool. I didn't do that either, but my bro did a really cool job. He did
we're doing the
building
Chicago
my mom
unit,
works
right?
at. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what building I did, but there's one where I put in a bunch
Did
of
I do
long
one?
ass like needles and like they make noise when the wind goes through it. And then what building was it? I don't know.
Was it the Marina City?
I don't know, but I needed like an extra 2 weeks on it. I had to ask for like an extension because I went like balls to the wall before they even dropped.
I did the United Center. Mine was like whatever. Because everyone had like picked the ones I wanted to do, so I'm like, fuck it, give me the United Center. It wasn't even on the list, but I was like, but you have Comiskey Park. But I mean, that was more of a landmark
Yeah.
since it'd been around for like 100 years.
Not Wrigley Field.
Well, I mean, yeah, I was a Sox fan.
I know.
Guaranteed rate, you know.
Oh yeah,
Guaranteed loss field.
whatever.
Hey, they're on the up and up. They're signing
Are they?
Machado. They're signing Harper this offseason, man.
They're
Boom.
spending stupid.
Hey.
But,
oh.
I remember in 4th grade, we had to do a research project on, like, influence on a state. We were all given a state. And we had Nebraska. That fucking sucked.
In what, 4th grade?
Yeah.
4th grade?
Oh, I had
Yeah,
Maine,
4th
that
grade.
sucked, too.
But then we pretty much just talked about Warren Buffett. And I remember that project was really fun because I went to the person's house and I was just looking at a poster of Animal House all day because there was some titties on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't throw up.
He was past
I was
throwing
past
up phase,
that.
guys.
It really was only 1 year where I was throwing up every day because of the titties.
That state project unit, I had Hawaii.
Oh man, you got a cool ass thing.
Yeah, we got first pick, and I was like, let's do Hawaii. And
Aloha.
yeah, the board. I remember doing the
I can't remember.
Pop-up
who's
board.
who. I think this is mine.
Okay,
I don't know who
thank you.
that is.
That's mine. Because I remember I gave him the other glass.
This must be Donald.
Yeah.
Unless that's mine.
No.
What's the
that's
drink
You
of
had-
choice
you didn't
tonight,
look like
boys?
you were-
Let's let our viewers in on the drink of choice.
It's a rum and coke,
Rum and Coke.
Captain?
Captain.
Oh, shit.
It's a Coke neat.
Yeah, watch it, bro. If you spill that, we're fucked.
Cut.
Cut.
We don't say cut. We clap to indicate cuts.
Cut.
We're not cutting that. That's fine. So,
Cutco knives.
what do you... Yeah. Oh. Yeah. We own some of those.
Let's talk about...
Christmas.
Yeah.
No. No.
It's
Yeah,
Christmas.
Fuck Christmas.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Christmas.
Let's talk
Fuck
about
it.
spinning the dreidel.
No, I want to
Hey,
talk
come on,
about...
you can-
I want to talk about where me, Al, and Donald's friendship first blossomed.
Oh, blossomed
Back.
way before that, baby.
Well, yeah, that's
Well,
true.
where it really, really blossomed. Joey, Donald,
That
Alex.
sounds
Yes.
so gay.
Joey, Donald, Alex
you
days.
understand
Donald, Alex, Joey days. Or
Alex, Donald,
Joe.
Joey, days.
Yeah.
Why didn't you
You
call
just
yourselves, like, Jad?
We just switched it up because
This
it
shit's
wasn't
dumb.
fair to put the same
Dad.
person first every time, so we switched the order all
I always
the
try
time.
to put mine last because you two are in a special world of your own, you know?
Yeah, thank you for reaffirming that, Donald.
What?
Everyone thinks it,
Thinks what?
that you guys are gay. For each
What?
other.
Baby.
Yeah.
They just shoved each other's fingers in the other's ears. You know?
Anyways, the point is, these,
Anyways,
these
if,
days,
if two guys want to switch clothes,
yeah, whatever. It's normal. It was a social experiment. You know what? You people are insecure for not understanding and being insecure about the whole thing. Let's be adults about this.
Hold on. I think the guy from that Blaze of Glory montage where he's got the two hot dog wieners in the one bun says it right. Does this look right to you?
A+ reference.
I haven't seen... Wait, Balls of Fury or Blades of Glory?
Blades of Glory.
I haven't
Blades of
seen
Glory. I haven't
Blades
seen that
of
in a
Glory
while.
in so long.
saw that in
since it
theaters
came on
when it
DVD.
came out.
I wasn't
haven't seen it
allowed
since it
to.
came
I
out.
got to see it in Vegas
Yes,
at the...
I
What was
recall.
it? Treasure Island?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, that's not the point. The point is, Joey, Donald, Alex days.
Alex
and
Donald Joey does.
Donald, Joey, Alex days.
Yeah.
And those began freshman year of high school.
because of bio.
Back in the year
Yeah.
You know, the flash-
2008.
Yeah, yeah.
Flashback.
Because we had bio together. We all had bio
Yes.
together.
Gonzo.
Final
Gons.
period. It was final period of the day.
Wait, you had bio final period of the day
Yes.
freshman year?
Yes.
I did too.
all
Yeah,
three
it's
of
crazy.
us. All three of us had
Yes.
it together.
So all four of
So
us
what
had it
would
together. Yeah.
what would happen? Usually on Fridays.
Well, no, we need to do more. We need to set this up more.
All right,
we,
set it up.
the Gons made us lab partners.
Yeah, me and Alex.
Idiot.
Biggest mistake.
Biggest mistake.
We gotten.
Yeah.
She regretted that very
Oh yeah.
quickly.
Oh yeah.
Well, she had to put you together though, so you didn't sue for saying, "Do you kids like streaking?"
Yes. Because we were doing the bacteria unit.
Oh, that was so.
We're
funny.
streaking.
She's like, now,
So-
not that kind of.
Now
streaking.
don't take off your clothes and start running around naked.
Although,
And you turned around and said to me, "You're like, come on, kids, take off your clothes."
No,
for
you
me."
said. Did she just say? What did she just say? I said. Oh, she said this. Come on, kids, take off your clothes for me.
That was so funny.
And I remember, Donald, that's when I realized that you started to need glasses because you were looking at the board.
He would squint. He would squint all the time.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Donald, I don't think Donald could see the board.
Because he'd always be like...
Yeah.
He'd always be squinting.
That shit sucked. And all my teachers told me I needed glasses too, and I had them. I just didn't want to wear them. Like,
I never knew.
Yeah,
It's like my
no,
friend
I
Jake.
get that. I feel that, man.
then
Glasses suck.
finally, I came to the realization, like, fuck it, glasses are pretty cool.
Now he's a glasses guy.
We can see individual leaves on a tree, and it's not one blob. And you can sit in the back of a classroom and actually read the board.
Right.
That's like my vision. Without glasses.
Well, and we would play the Donald game in bio, too, when we were lab partners.
What's the Donald game?
We'd turn around, we'd just stare at him.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, this is
To
also
get his attention.
this is also why I didn't wear glasses. 'Cause
It was like-
heightened
it
my
was
other
like-
senses.
It was like straight up Always Sunny, where like Mac and Charlie are looking at each other, like
Yeah.
that kind of face. Just
Yeah, because
I
he
don't know,
sat
I
on
don't
like
know.
the other side of the room
Yeah.
from us.
Yeah, so they were front left, I was front right,
yeah.
and they'd
You
stare at
bottom
me.
right.
No, this was
You're behind us.
Front.
we were both like front row. You were front left.
I
was
remember
front right.
turning around to look at you, though.
He was like a row behind,
Maybe a row behind.
kitty
but-
corner.
Whatever.
It was pretty close. Anyways, this is why I didn't wear glasses, so I could hide my other senses, because they would fucking stare at me and go, Donald. And so I'd always look when they say it and be like, damn, he's got good hearing.
Yeah, we'd always say
we
that.
were
yeah.
always blown away by
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We'd be like, how does he know?
How did he hear
How
it?
did he hear that?
Don't tell them, but sometimes I just looked in that direction because I figured time-wise it's about time.
Yeah,
It's
We
true.
got into a habit.
Very animalistic behavior.
I remember the day that
Repetitive.
there was the last straw for the Gons with me and you being lab partners, and
Were
it
we
was
watching a video?
I can't remember, or it was a lecture or something, and I remember we were like, we used to make a lot of Slipknot references because that was kind of like the band of that year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And
so
I-
this came out.
Because yeah,
All Hope Is Gone came out.
and
that
we
year.
saw them,
Well,
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw him
nice.
that year, and I remember
Nice.
I turned to you, and I was like, I pushed my fingers into my, and she was like, Joe, go in the hall, and I was like, fuck, she's gonna break up our lab partnership, and I had to sit out there for like 20 minutes, and then she comes out there, and she's like, you know what, you keep this up, you and Alex won't be able to be lab partners anymore. And I was like, no, please.
I'll streak for you.
You have no idea how badly I need this. And she kept us around for a little longer, but she would
Yeah.
like rotate lab partners
Yeah.
after a
yeah.
while.
Did you have
Yeah.
the rotation wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, not a
something
wheel,
like
but
that.
like after a test.
Oh,
after
something.
every
Every
test.
unit, yeah.
After every big test,
Yeah.
we would have to switch. But the point is, this ultimately led up to us at the end of class on most Fridays, where we would commune together, the three of us, and we would say, because normally, for some context, what we would do on Fridays is after our class, we would meet up with the rest of our friends
Right.
and figure out what we were going to
Yeah,
do that
At the midway
Friday.
point between everybody's locker.
Because we were popular, we peaked.
Yeah, we had a lot of friends, and we'd figure out where we were going to loiter at that
Right.
night.
Basically.
And so what we would do sometimes,
Say,
we'd
"Fuck
say,
that.
fuck all of them. We're going and we're doing our own thing.
Yeah.
Joey Down and Alex days.
Turn off our phones.
Yeah.
We did. We
And
actually
run.
did.
And
And
run.
so what would happen is as soon as the bell rang, the three of us would run out. We'd plan it so that before we went to ninth period,
Yeah.
we would get all the shit we needed and pack it into our
Like
backpacks.
see each other in the hallway. Make sure to go to your locker.
Go to your locker before bio.
Yeah.
And we'd do that, and we'd be all set to go home. And as soon as class let out, we'd just run home. Then ditch everyone. And do our own thing.
Yeah.
And it was epic.
And my favorite one was the time Alex and his brother
Yes.
had some little supply to get us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Honestly, I think that's almost how this originated.
Yeah.
Was from us wanting to go try the devil's substance.
Penis.
No,
Mowed
it's
lawn.
well because what had happened was we were drinking and they were smoking cigarettes. All of our friends were smoking cigarettes, and I go up to Joey and I'm like, I got something better
Better
for you.
than cigarettes. And I was like, better than cigarettes?
Like a salesman. And I say that to him.
I'll never forget that. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was just the two of us
And I
walking.
said, but you gotta wait for a bit because I had to figure the things out.
I want to interject here because this is where shortly after Joey had hit a low in his life, where me and him were on the smoking phase.
Oh,
And
It was that winter.
it would have been like a Joey Alex Donald day, but Alex
It was
wasn't
a
around.
Sunday.
Yeah, it was a lazy Sunday. We woke up late afternoon.
You
Anyways,
weren't
But
there.
no, because I wasn't into it, I think.
Yeah,
That too.
why.
That
Alex,
too. But
we
our
tried to go
friend's
to a
house,
friend's place. He wasn't there either, and it was just me and Joey, and we didn't have a lighter. And Joey needed his fix.
Oh my god.
So I convinced him. I was like, "Hey, Joey, there's chewing tobacco, right?
You were like dead ass serious about that.
That's because I'm a natural born actor.
I know. You lied to me.
I didn't lie. I fibbed. I mean,
I don't know what you did, but you got me to chew a cigarette up. It was funny because I had braces at the time.
Right.
And it got stuck in my braces.
Everywhere, I imagine.
Yeah, pretty much.
because like our lighter had just ran out or some shit. And,
Yeah.
You guys had gotten the zip out.
Honestly,
Yeah, that
freshman
Zippo
year,
sucked.
Donald and I had so many low points. I'll never forget the time we tried smoking a pipe
Oh.
with a fucking Zippo.
Hey, that was. Oh, God.
That was
Oh,
like
God.
so.
Not to mention the
It's
marker
funny.
cap, too.
Yeah, we were quite jank. But I mean, what do you expect from like a 14, 15-year-old?
Right.
Hey, that happens. I was very
And
jank in
for the most
sophomore
part, we
year.
were self-taught.
Anyways,
Yeah.
another fun one was we went to my house after on a Joey Alex Donald Friday, and we had we had a corncob pipe, and we tried going to Robot Pirate Island, but
Oh
instead,
my god, that's what we called it.
instead we went to play Rock Band, and who's the band? Was it Rat? Round and Round.
Yeah, round and round.
Round.
Joey's
and
favorite
round.
song. And I think I had one of the wireless guitars, so Joey was just spinning around going, round and round.
Yeah,
What goes around comes around.
you gotta play the part.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's why you rocked it at ASEN, bro.
No,
committed.
there was the one night you had like some beers, and then when we finished the beers, we tapped some of the brandy too.
That was the first night I ever got drunk. I remember that.
Yeah.
That was like the funny thing about that was like a weeknight.
It was a week.
I remember it was funny because we went.
I went to my
We went
grandma's
to
right
Donald's.
after that.
Yeah, we went to Donald's right after school, and we started drinking. And then I remember around like 7, I had to go to a trombone lesson.
Oh my god.
And I was still like kind of drunk, but I didn't fucking care.
Oh my god.
Went to my grandma's
Did
house.
you go?
Mm-hmm.
That was nuts.
Yep.
Yeah,
I mean, I was 14 or 15 or whatever.
Jesus.
Probably no. I was definitely 14, and I remember. I think that was like right before winter break started, and I remember we went to
It was
Donald's.
cold. I remember that.
We had beers. I specifically remember Mike's Hard.
Yes.
Too.
Yes.
Because that was like such a
And like a
thing
Heineken.
when we were freshmen in high school. Was
it was
Mike's
what my
Hard
parents
lemonade.
had in surplus. and,
Right.
Yeah, they had a lot of it, so we could just like take it.
I stashed a couple and to clear my supplies. And
That was like an interesting time.
Right.
Was having a stash of just random shit
Yeah.
when your parents would buy like a case of beer or something. You'd take like one
yeah.
or two.
You have to wait till they open it. and then-
And
grab
take one or
one.
two and like hide it
Yeah.
in your little stash for later, and you'd build it up until you'd have enough to like share with all your
Basically.
friends.
You're stockpiling. You're like a stockpile.
Except
animal.
for I remember for me, since my parents have a bar, I would just straight up whenever we needed stuff, I'd take a water bottle and just go back there and start filling it up with like different types of vodka or rum or whatever we were drinking that night.
and then if you were smart, you'd water it down a little bit.
Nope, never did.
Nope. Yeah. He
And
didn't.
then I found out years later my dad marked the bottles.
Yeah,
left
he
a
put
note.
a little. I
Yeah.
think that note is still up to this day.
He put that note there, and the funny thing was, I saw it. That was my sophomore year of high school when I didn't even notice it. I was still taking liquor from it,
Yeah.
and I remember one day I had people over, and
we
somebody
saw
went
it.
back
Yeah.
there, and they're like, there's a note.
Yeah.
They were laughing because they were like, there's a note here that tells you not to take liquor because we were drinking.
Right.
And
It was,
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I saw that, and it was so funny because he never confronted me about it.
Mm-hmm.
So that note had to have been there for months already. And then even after the note was up, I still would take shit from there and never water it down or anything. I didn't give a fuck. Like, I remember I straight up stole a bottle of Hennessy, like an unopened one, from my dad's bar.
There's so
Just
much
didn't give a
stuff back
shit.
there
There's
he
a
wouldn't
lot,
know.
though.
No,
It's,
he didn't.
it's like a treasure trove, if you think about it.
Nah, I took it for a skate trip one year. Because I wanted to class it up.
Oh my god, that's the worst shit ever.
Well, going back to the low point with the cigarettes, and I remember I was trying to get you out of it, and I was trying to sell you, the
Well,
devil's
because that was
salad.
always in the forefront. Because you were the only one that had tried it up in that point.
Yes.
And
so I remember
we all kind of wanted to try it, and
but
it
no
a
one
big,
was asking me about it, so
yeah,
I immediately went to you.
When you went to me, and you were like, "Come on," and I was like, "Me?
Yeah.
Who, me?
And so it was like, I don't know, it may have been like around February or March.
Yes, it was close to my birthday, but
definitely.
it was before it.
Yeah, and I remember one day I was like, Donald had just broken up with his girlfriend at the time, and I was like, we need to bring him in.
Yes, we were like, we gotta lift the spirits this weekend.
Yeah.
And so we brought Donald. Donald got involved in it too, and we were like, you know what? He's gonna do this too.
Yeah. And
That
so
was so
we had
funny.
piled together what we all had collected, and then we ended up watching the Boondocks that night.
Yep, a lot of Boondocks. You guys might have put a movie on after that. I remember I passed the fuck out.
Yeah, we made a pizza, and
We slept over at Al's house.
yeah, we made a pizza, and it wasn't fully cooked, and I was like devouring it because I was hungry.
Yeah, both
Donald
of you were.
Donald took one bite and goes, Alex, this pizza isn't cooked. I'm already halfway done with my slice, or like basically getting like close to the crust, and then I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you want to full on fucking primal. You just.
That's Al for you.
That
though.
is
He
Peter.
always does that.
Yeah,
It's an Alex
It's part of
thing.
it, Yeah.
I got a problem.
No, it's an Alex thing.
It's normal. I mean, what do you expect? Devil's lettuce.
Well, that and I had a beer. I was pretty.
We were drinking that night too.
Yeah.
Like a fair amount.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember taking a video of you because you were sleeping with your eyes
Yes,
open.
you guys freaked out and you were like, "Is he dead? Is he dead?"
Yeah.
It was on my flip phone too.
Yeah, dude, I lost so much fun shit that I like recorded, took pictures of when I had a flip phone.
I don't
It's
know.
all
Could you
gone.
imagine if the cloud was around when we were growing up?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, at the
wish.
same time, I'm glad it wasn't because
That's true.
Been tempted to post so much more stupid shit.
Oh yeah, there's some cringe.
Like-
Dude, but
within
I wish I
the
had all that
gems.
just for the memories, though.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my one of my earliest photos on my flip phone was when we used to go to BK all the time after
Oh,
school on
God.
Fridays, and I always got the original chicken sandwich, and y'all would get chicken tender crisp.
Yes.
And
No, I'd
we
get
made
the
it into
OG.
the shape of a dick because the
I would
Tender
always get
Crisps
the
are
Tender
circle
Crisp. Yes.
shaped,
Yeah.
and the original is like a line.
line, yeah.
And so we put it together. I was like, let's make a dick. And I took a picture of that. That was my phone wallpaper for pretty much all of freshman year.
You know what? I love Burger King. It's not even there anymore. That
Yeah,
was
it
one of
got
our
shut
hangouts.
down.
That was one of our
Yeah,
hangouts.
they
Middle
finally
school.
shut it down.
We even started hanging out there, like, in the middle of high school. We would...
You and your friends.
Yeah,
not
me and my
Yeah.
friends, yeah.
His
And
friends.
we did a weird thing. We made a thing called torpedoes, and that's where you take your Sprite, you take a fry, you break it in half, you put the Sprite on top of the straw, and then you kind of have to deep throat a little bit and suck it up, and then you get the hot fry, and then a nice little splash of Sprite.
Sounds gross.
It's awesome. Don't knock it till you try it. Torpedoes are great.
Well, we made.
But
dicks.
we always had, and then we would always have our one spot. We'd only sit in like two different places.
We had
the
fucking
corner and then
booth.
kind of by the window.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yep.
Depended on what was
It
taken.
was really only the corner booth that we would take.
Yeah, because that was the biggest, and we would
Yeah.
always just, do
There-
what
It's
you know,
basically
you'd
like-
expect from like 14,
It was
15.
like a
Yeah.
montage of the Fellowship of the Ring.
yeah.
Pretty much, because that was
we would
kind of a
walk.
far walk.
We would walk, yeah.
We'd go right after school and
We'd
walk
pick everybody
all
up
the
and
way.
Jesus,
walk,
yeah.
yeah.
You'd walk there.
Yeah.
And would you get picked up afterwards?
No, we'd walk back. We walked everywhere our freshman and sophomore year before people could drive. We walked all over the place. Middle school, we walked everywhere. Honestly, it was kind of liberating walking everywhere. You know, it felt good.
Because you didn't have to do it alone. You didn't have to do it alone.
Yeah, we'd always do it as a group, and honestly, it made it go by so much easier.
No, you're right.
And we didn't have shit, nothing else to do, man.
Yeah,
that's true.
We really didn't.
That's very true.
Like, what else were we gonna do? So we'd walk.
You know what? Never mind. You're right. We would do the same thing. We'd go to that Jewel after school. Never mind.
Oh, Dominic's.
Hanging out inside.
Dominic's was the place to be.
R.I.P.
24 hours. Open 24/7.
And the upstairs area. They had, like, the little eating area.
It was fantastic. It was, like, heaven on earth.
It was just... They didn't give a fuck. You could loiter there as long as you want.
Yes.
So long as you weren't, like, being obnoxious
or,
about
like,
it. Like,
damaging
being, like,
stuff.
a homeless person, like, sleeping there.
Or blatantly racist.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What happened?
One of our friends was...
So we were hanging out there. One of our friends there was like, you know why Park Ridge is such a nice town? Because there's no blank this type of people. And then the security guard over here
happened to be that.
Upstairs is closed. It's time for you guys to leave.
You guys weren't there.
I wasn't there.
It was me, him, and 2 other people. Because I remember we had left. You guys were smoking cigarettes.
Yes, that was when we first started.
You told... I think you...
Yeah, I told you this.
Story,
And you guys were smoking cigarettes. And so we come out, we see you guys at the park, and then immediately a fracture in the group happens in my garage.
Yeah,
where
we were like split.
You became the outcast.
Half of you went to your garage, and we tried to go to your garage, and it was like we could feel the rift, so we left and we went to what's her name.
I know, but you didn't leave until I sprayed you down with Febreze. You're like, Alex, you gotta help us.
Yeah, because I was freaking out. Yeah. My mom would always pick me up on Friday
and it was
nights.
The winter. It was cold. I remember.
And I was like, I need a spray, and it was funny because like looking back on that, like dousing myself in Febreze and shit every night to try and like get rid of the smell of cigarettes or anything. It was like such a stupid idea because then it's like it's like blatantly obvious that I was trying to cover up my smell. Mm-hmm. And my mom confronted me about that multiple times.
Because it wasn't one spray, dude. I think I sprayed you a lot.
I remember I would make it. My coat would be wet.
Yeah. You'd want more. Yeah.
Yeah. I always wanted a shitload, and it was funny because then I would go home and spray myself with Axe in the bathroom, and I remember my mom being like, confronted me one night. I was like, just fucking blasted as fuck. And she's like, be honest with me. Are you smoking weed? And I was like, just deer in the headlights. I was like, what the fuck? And
what did you say?
No. She's like, well, why'd you go in the bathroom and spray yourself? And I was like, because I'm self-conscious about my BO. And that I milked that for like a long time. Yeah. She was like, it's like, what do you say to that?
She never asked me about that. She only confronted me twice about like smoking weed. And that was once when I was hanging out with S at his house. Like, she came to pick me up. I was only there for like 20 minutes. So
I
that's
remember
why.
that.
So she dropped me off and then picked me up. And then she's like, I noticed Alex's parents weren't home. What's going on with that? I'm like, well, you know, it's a long weekend and he's going out of town, so we really wanted to hang out. So she didn't ask any questions about that. And then another time, it was after finals, and I was playing World of Warcraft, and she's just like, so, are you doing anything you wouldn't want me to know that you're doing? And I'm like, just because I'm hanging out with new people doesn't mean I'm doing that kind of stuff, Mom. Jeez.
Get off my back.
Yeah, I'm trying to raid here.
It's gotta be weird to be on the parents' side of that, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, what do you see to discover to want to say that?
Keep some, like, trust in your kid, and, like, you can't just be like, tell me everything. You gotta wait for them to slip up,
well,
you know?
it sucks because it's like, you know, there's no way you can say that kind of thing without eliminating trust from your child. Because that's what happened to me. I didn't trust my parents after that, and it made me want to hide more shit from them.
Well, they always found it. Or they
Not
found
just
a lot of
my
it.
shit, but just, like, shit in general.
Yeah,
I didn't want to, like, open up to them. Because it kind of created, like, a rift between me.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've been there.
Yeah.
daddy issues.
Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair, to change my underwear.
All right, shut the fuck up.
Oh,
No Austin
whoa,
Power
whoa.
fan here, huh? Asshole, dickhead,
Fucking.
pedophile.
Thank you, Al. Thank you. Fucking Alex Donald Joey days is what this is about. Do you remember the time?
Boom.
Came over. It was an Alex. One thing that we always did was we'd stop at everyone's house.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, drop
all
off your stuff.
shit.
Yeah.
Drop off your backpack of
Yeah.
stupid shit.
Yeah.
And I remember.
School.
Yeah, fucking school. And I remember when we get to my house, I'd always bring us a pastry because my mom was always baking shit. And I'd bring us like Oreo cupcakes or whatever.
Yes. Sorry.
Well, anyways, we would go. Sometimes we would just stay at my
Her
house.
cupcakes, dude.
Yeah, cupcakes.
Well, no, I'm remembering
And
a
the
time,
cookies.
Yeah, I'm remembering. No, I remember a time where not a single one in the family got a snickerdoodle that day, and Joe said, "No, I didn't take any." I think you did, bro.
Probably you.
I didn't even have one. Dad didn't have one. Mom
I don't
didn't
know.
have one.
I don't. I would have remembered a
Look,
snickerdoodle.
when you have friends
Yeah,
over,
I don't forget
old food
snickerdoodle.
is
I don't
off
forget that. That's
the
one of my
table.
favorite cookies.
I think I'm remembering
Yeah.
it.
I kind of remember it.
I don't know.
I don't care.
Honestly don't
I don't
know.
give a shit.
I
We
remember the
took it.
cupcakes.
Yeah, so what? Maybe we did take it.
And-
What are you gonna fucking
Why'd you
do
lie
about
about it?
I don't
And the
know.
Oreo
Oh, no,
cookies.
we didn't.
He
We
just
didn't
told
take
you the
the-
sever of
Because
trust got
you're,
severed.
Yeah, trust got severed, and also
Are you even
you're-
here right now?
You're an easy scapegoat, obviously.
Bro, see, this is what I'm wondering about. You want to piss me off, you want to get me tilted from Smash, and then you start acting like this to me? What do you want from me? You want my angry reaction or what?
I just want to tell a fucking story here.
Then fucking tell it.
I am. So anyways, we'd come over, we'd eat pastries, and I remember one day, sometimes we'd just stay at my house. And I remember there was one day in particular where we went to my basement. Because
Yes.
the basement was the hangout spot.
Yes.
And I remember I put on Animal Planet. We were watching Top 10 Most Extreme. Y'all remember that show?
That was a great show.
It was a good show.
It was Most Extreme
Animals.
horror animals or whatever.
Yeah.
The final one was like vampires, but like ants that acted like vampires.
No.
or something like that.
No, it was like an army ant, but it was like African army ants. And the way they would segment themselves is they would build a trench, right?
Yeah.
And they would have the
Trench-
warrior.
trench
Yeah.
war.
They would have warrior ants basically work
Right, it
as
had
like
nothing to do with vampires.
No. It would be a barbed wire. They would be like barbed wire on top of the trench, and they would like interlock with each other. And then the
Yeah.
workers would just run about and do their business. So that way, if anything broke the line, they would swarm. So we were watching that.
Damn, you got a full fucking lock on that memory.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of impactful. It was
Yeah.
big.
Okay, and then what happened from there? You can go from there.
No.
Well, what happened was we were watching that, we were talking about trench warfare,
Mm-hmm.
and then Al's like, "Yeah, me and Donald know trench warfare."
Yeah,
and I was
that's
like,
what it is.
and I said, "How? How do you guys know trench warfare?" And he said,
We're vampires.
he just stops. He says, "Don't you get it, Joey? Don't you see? We're vampires." And then he tackles me and bites me in the neck. Gave me a hickey.
That's where you got the vampire ants. That's right.
And
Don't you
he's
get
like,
it?
"Rah,
Yeah.
we're
yeah.
vampires."
And then Joey's mom and dad confronted him about that. They're like, "Joey, you've been drawing dicks in church. You got a hickey from Alex and when Donald were over. What's going on, bud?"
And I said, "I'm just a normal boy,
Just experimenting.
Just horsing around.
horsing around with
I'm
my
a vampire.
Roughhousing.
I
Wrestling with
want
our
to
shirts
suck
off.
your cock.
Oh, that also reminds me of one of my favorite freshman year high school memories. Bucking Bronco. It was a game we played. And we should talk about Worm, too.
Yeah, we
because-
do have to cover Worm.
Yeah, that's an epic game. But let's start with Bucking Bronco.
Bucko boyo.
Donald was the Bronco. When
See, Donald is taller than all of us.
Yes, he's the tallest of us three.
They're just politely saying I'm fatter.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
you got like a foot on us, practically.
Basically. It's
Yeah,
4
you
or
guys
5
are,
inches.
You guys are 5'2". That makes sense.
You're not
what?
5'3",
like-
Donald.
Huh?
Well, we're saying you have a foot on him, and you're saying
No,
they're
you're what,
5'2".
6'3", 6'4"?
Yeah, I'm 6'2".
Oh, never mind.
What?
I'm thinking inches.
He is. I don't believe that.
I'm not gonna say my height because I don't have to do that.
My penis size is about a quarter of an inch on a good day.
Soft?
So, ladies listening out there,
Ladies.
you can find me at 825-403-6582.
That's his actual number.
Yep. Enjoy that.
125.
But Bucking Bronco is a game where basically, for example, if Donald and I were playing Bucking Bronco, which we did, he would get on his knees like a bronco, and I would take my belt and I'd put it over him, and then I'd reconnect it on my own waist to kind of like act as the saddle and strap myself in. And so I'd hang on to hit like the back of his shirt, and then he'd start bucking around like a wild bronco, like it was like one of those bull machines at a bar, and it's like you just try and hang on till he bucks you off, and that's Bucking Bronco.
And if we get enough fan mail asking for live footage of this, we'll be happy to recreate it.
Yeah.
If enough people want it, we'll do it again.
We'll throw it up on
So
Forgotten
let us know
Streams.
your opinions. Get back to these boys, and I'll buck them off my Bronco.
Yeah, 1 like equals 1
Wait,
Bucking
Donald,
Bronco.
I thought you broke
Equals
your
1
back.
buck.
It was spinal.
Well, that right there also makes me think of when we were at our one friend's house, and everyone would be sitting on the couch, and I'd be like hyper and like amped on like
Sugar.
Capri Sun,
Yes,
And-
Kool-Aid Jammers.
yeah, or whatever, and I would grab a pillow, or like no, he had like a
You
mattress.
had a mattress.
Yeah, it was like a thin mattress, like you would put on like a foam mattress type thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I would take it, and I'd be like, "Hey guys," and they'd be like, "What?" It's like, "Are you ready for this?"
I remember that.
And then I'd just go, "Ray Charles Body Slam," and you're like, "Why would I say Ray Charles?" Well, the thing is, what I would do I'd put it over my whole body, so I was going in blind, and that's why it was Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
That's why it was Ray Charles Body Slam.
Not Stevie Wonder.
No,
Ray Charles.
Ray Charles.
We're Ray Charles.
I grew
fans.
up on Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here.
Name your favorite 5 songs.
Well, no, I saw him on like.
Shake a tail feather.
from Blues Brothers.
Yeah, and
I was
that's
gonna
it.
say I saw him on Sesame Street, and that's how I knew who he was.
I saw Katy Perry on Sesame Street too.
Dude,
She was.
Yeah.
I preferred her on SNL
Nice.
That's also true.
That's what I'm thinking of. Actually, you're right.
with the Elmo shirt. Yep.
Oh yeah. Yes.
So tell me about Worm.
No, we're
keeping
leaving that in.
Perverted stuff. That's in.
Nice.
So tell me about Worm. I think I.
Oh wow.
No, I'm thinking Nightcrawler, aren't I?
That's
It's
all
the
right.
same thing.
Always
Well, it's a-
Sunny
It's the same
fucking
thing.
copied the game. Worm has been around since before
Worm
fucking
was
stupid
taught-
Charlie's
Worm was
Nightcrawler
taught
game.
to me.
Well, Nightcrawler is a completely different game.
First
Well,
of all,
what's
it
the
is
one
a
where you're on
different game.
the sleeping bag and you have to get people?
Okay.
You're the
So
only one
Worm.
in
the
That's
origin
Worm.
the origin of the game starts with my brother and his friends would play the game, and so what you do is you go into a sleeping bag, or one person's it, and they go into a sleeping bag, and then they have to go around and find and like tag or tackle whoever. I don't know if they did tackle, but we did
'cause
tackle.
The funny thing about this is you have your origin for this game, and I remember I was first exposed to this game by my friend in elementary school, Ryan.
Really?
He
Yeah, I remember
showed me the game, and I thought he made it up. And so that's how I first learned about the game. was
So
from
it
him.
might be further back then, because he had a brother.
It probably is, because he knew about it. I don't know
I
how
feel
he
like
knew.
it's
I
been
thought
a
he
game
made it up.
since the 80s.
But anyways, I learned from Worm
This
through
is the Reagan
him.
administration.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we're like the only 2 people that I know who knew about Worm
Right.
prior to that. So it's like, where does it really stem from?
Well,
'Cause I've
we
talked
played
to a lot
it.
of
We
people
played
about
it. Didn't we play it at
know about
Roberts?
Yes, but that was Leech. That was called Leech.
Oh, we called it.
Worm
Leech.
is a little different than Leech.
And let's explain the game.
So what, Leech or Worm?
Both. And then how they compare.
I
start-
can't remember Leech as well, but
Okay.
I don't think you use a sleeping bag in Leech.
I thought you did.
How about we explain Worm first?
All right, with Worm, basically what happens is one person goes in a sleeping bag and they go head first into a sleeping
Right.
bag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're like a worm.
and basically you crawl around.
No eyes.
Yeah, no eyes. You can't see anything. You crawl around, and everybody else is like trying to get away, but you make it so it's pitch dark, and they
So
also
no one can
can't
see.
anything.
Yeah.
And you're kind of feeling around. The worm is going to be crawling around, trying to attack you, and if the worm tackles you and basically like humps you, then you're done. You're caught. You're eaten by the worm.
Right. And you become the worm.
And you also become the worm. And you go until you catch everyone.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Basically.
And Leech was a little bit different because I remember playing that at Roberts, and I don't believe we used a sleeping bag.
We just had to crawl then.
I think it was just you try and grab people in the pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
So Leech and Worm are a little different,
Mm.
but similar concepts. But I remember we played Worm a fair amount of times freshman year of high school.
Yeah. And then you had the lightsabers and you had the glow-in-the-dark mask. So you get...
Yes. You'd throw it at the worm.
Yeah, you throw
to
it and
see where
it would
It
land
bounce
perfectly on the sleeping bag. So when they would move, you would know exactly where they were. And then you'd be like, he's over there, run.
Yeah.
I remember
Those
one
strategies.
game of Worm, I ended up...
You fell asleep.
Yeah, I grabbed a pillow, hid underneath the table, and passed out.
Yes. I remember that because I was like, damn, I wanted to keep going with Worm. And I remember it ended
was
up
just so
being me,
tired.
Donald, and Jimmy were the people that stayed up. Like, we didn't sleep. We were up, like, all night.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how we kept going. That is a spider.
Yeah, you and Jimmy were sharing like a sleeping bag on the one side of the couch, and
And
I was on the other side of the couch.
That is a spot.
I just remember your mom came down in the morning and was like, "You okay? Like you can sleep on the couch, you know, or like you need like a blanket." I'm like, "No, I'm fine, thank you."
That
Classic.
is a spot.
While you and Jimmy are all cozy in your sleeping bag, and your mom's going back to like.
Hey, I like to share. You could have joined us. I'm pretty sure we offered to you, too. but you didn't want to.
Your mom was like, "Oh God, there's my son again." Oh God. I knew I should have sent him to send the gay away. Just kidding. She's a lovely lady.
I know you have a story you like about my mom.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll tell it. Okay, so we were
It's pretty
playing.
funny.
It was like
Oh, yes.
it was several years ago when we started getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, that one? I
Yeah,
was
he's
thinking
talking
about the one
picnic
where
duel.
you were trying to avoid someone. And my mom helped enable
Oh, that one.
That's
But
a good
tell the
Halloween.
picnic.
Halloween.
Tell the picnic duel
Okay,
first, because I
fine.
like that one a lot, too.
Okay, so we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh. It was me versus Alex. We were playing, and then I don't know. We got into shit talking because that'll happen in Yu-Gi-Oh. And what-
Table talk.
Yeah, table talk. What happened? What
I'm
was the
pretty
dialogue?
sure I'm like, what are you, gay?
and I was
He
like,
said, yeah.
yeah, I am.
He is
Show me
happy.
your ding ding.
And then my mom...
Literally
Yeah, show me
2
your
seconds
ding-ding.
later.
No, like when
walked
I
in
said,
right-
"What are you, gay?" I saw her walking into the room, and then you said, "Yeah, I am. Show me your ding ding." Yeah, and then she's like, "Hey, how's it going?"
I don't think I was there yet. I
No.
was meeting you guys or something.
You were
I don't think
you
I
were in
was
the
there.
bathroom or something.
Yes, I was. I think I
Yeah.
was in the bathroom because that's what made it funnier. Because it was just you,
You
and
and-
my
No,
brother.
or you were getting food. You were getting,
Yeah, I
and you were
wasn't
gonna
there.
come
I
back, come right
wasn't
back,
there.
Mhm.
and then you come back to us. Just
And then you guys told me about
Yeah.
that. I laughed my ass off.
Yeah,
she's like, "Oh, hey guys."
yeah.
But there was another story with my mom, also from freshman
year.
This is like the freshman year episode.
Basically,
And I remember it was Halloween that year.
and it happened to fall on
A Friday. It was like perfect.
and it was a Friday.
It was a Friday.
It was a Friday.
Yep, it was perfectly. That was the night where it was like, that is a spider. It was that same sleepover.
It was.
Yeah, so what happened was we went out, we were trick-or-treating and all that, and we ended up back at our friend Dave's house, and we were hanging out there for a while. And while we were there, I decided, I was like, I didn't want us to I didn't want the night to end, so I was
Right.
like, let's sleep over at my house. And so then, but the thing was, we had a large group of friends, and we didn't want everybody who was there that night to come sleep over at my house, because we wanted to be like just the homies.
Right.
And so there's some people that just sadly had to be left out.
Right. Some people had left, and some people
We're still there, lingering. Lingerers. And so what happened was my mom shows up, and this person is still there. It was one person
right.
at that point that was not invited and who was still there. And so what happened was I told my mom the situation, and my mom was savage as fuck and obliged. She wasn't like, oh, no, you gotta be the bigger person. You gotta invite this person. She was like, all right, so what's the plan?
Yeah. Okay. So what are we gonna do?
Because so we all left.
All aboard.
We all left, and I
Team
said my
player.
mom was giving us a ride home, so the person who wasn't invited wouldn't find out. But the problem was Dave couldn't leave with us,
Right.
so he was still there because we were at his house. So we all left, and I told Dave, meet us in your backyard in like 2 minutes. And so
The alley.
yeah, in the alley,
basically.
and so we leave, and we had to go around the block to give him some time because the other person needed to leave. And we're coming back around, and the funny thing was my mom has a similar car, a minivan, to what this person was getting picked up in, which was also a minivan. So we're going past Dave's house, and he sees the car. He thinks it's for him. I'll never forget this.
Gets up.
He jumps up, and he starts waving his hand like hailing a taxi, and we run towards the curb. And then we were just like, oh, fuck. And we all, like, got down in the car. And I was like, just keep going, Mom. Just keep driving. And she just zooms past him. It was so funny. And so he, like, you know, it was like he missed the taxi. And so then we go around. We go back through the alley to pick up Dave.
Yeah.
And we made my mom back up through the alley, reverse down the alley to get out of there.
Well, she didn't really have a choice. It was
No,
one
she
right.
couldn't go through?
No, it stops like at the end. It doesn't go.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a through alley.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so she had to back up, and that was funny, too, because we were, like, guiding her out of that. And we went back to my house, and we played Worm and Operation as well.
Yeah.
But not your standard Operation. This was more fun make-believe
we were
Operation. We were very
creative.
imaginative.
We were very creative.
Tell us about the game.
Okay, so what had happened is that one person would be the doctor, one person would be the nurse, and
I think
one
we
person.
had a couple people as the, like, assistants or nurses or whatever.
And then one person would be like
The patient.
Yeah,
the
we had a
patient.
patient.
So what would happen is that one person would be laying out on the
Our
pool table.
We had a billiards table,
Yeah.
and so the person who was the patient laid on there.
Yeah, laid on there, and I think
Al was the doctor, and me and Jimmy were like the nurses.
Yeah,
the
you were like my
assistants.
assistant
You'd be like
guys.
scalpel,
Yeah.
and we'd hand it to
yeah,
him.
you were. And so what had happened is we would start and we would be like washing our hands. All right, guys. So this patient. And
Pretending, though.
Yeah,
We'd be
yeah.
pretending.
And we'd do like a debriefing, and I'd be like, okay, so this is what we got here. We're gonna have a triple bypass, and this is gonna be a real rough one, guys. I really need you guys to pick it up here and like really help me get through
Remember when we made the patient bring us sodas?
this. Yeah, and then it would be like, nurse, give me a soda.
Nurse!
Nurse.
And he brought us the sodas, and all we had was diet, like Sprite.
Oh,
He'd bring us the
yeah.
diet Sprite.
Take a
and we're
sip.
Like,
Oh, what is
what
it?
is this?
Diet.
Diet?
Yeah. And so it would get to the point we would put layers of, we'd grab all our sweatshirts, put them on the patient.
Yeah.
And so it would be like, all
The
right,
incision would be unzipping the sweater.
yeah, first incision, zzz, and then like take off basically what would be their flesh and be like, oh my god, I think I'm gonna be sick. Hold it together, nurse. Hold it together. We're almost through. And we would just keep
That was
doing
really good. That was
It was-
really creative.
It was. And then you guys had the
Masks or whatever.
no, what is that Star Wars creature?
The Rancor.
Yeah.
Yes, we put the Rancor under all the sweatshirts, so it was like Alien.
Yeah.
We'd unzip the sweatshirt
And
and,
then
that
you
like
would
popped out.
yeah, you would unzip the final one and be like, oh my god, oh my there's scalpel.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That was a good ass night. That was a fun sleepover.
And then it turned into we did like an old RPG.
Pretend to play like Final
Fantasy.
Fantasy in real life.
And so you do like the pose where it's like ding,
It was Jimmy and Alex
Idle
versus
pose,
me and another one of our friends. And
we would be holding lightsabers and like plastic
we had
swords.
toy swords and lightsabers and shit.
And so it would be like, attack.
Yeah,
And then-
turn based.
Yeah, and you would do.
Attack.
We would take our turns, run up, hit, run back,
But you actually
go back
hit
to your
them.
pose.
You actually hit them. And the funny thing was, so for me, they used a spell, and they were like, mind control. And they put me on their team, so it was the three of us against this one guy. And then when we'd attack, it's like you actually, like, swing.
And
Taking
then,
swings.
and then when they would attack at us, it'd be like,
Miss.
So you're just beating up this one guy.
It would happen.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
It's part of the game.
And
It was good fun.
And you know what? Most of all, it was funny. So I don't fucking care. Judge all you like. It was funny.
I don't know. It was good.
No
fun.
regrets.
It was
Fucking vicious, bro.
All right. You know what?
I had fun.
I don't care.
I had
Hey.
fun.
I had fun.
You don't get any respect.
His
His
Yeah.
wife, she likes to talk after sex, so she calls him after sex and says, "Hey,
I don't get no respect.
I don't respect you."
And yeah, that's
how all
that
this-
was very
yeah.
iconic, and that's where a lot of all this crazy shit stemmed from.
Oh my god, that reminds me of Sean and Dave when they, back in the day before smartphones, and like Sean would go on the internet on his phone.
He'd look at porn. He would look at porn on his
phone.
flip phone like a razor.
No, it wasn't a flip phone. It was like when they did this. It was like a smooth.
Sean had the indestructible Nokia. Shit.
Oh,
no,
yes,
but
yes,
this was
he had
after
the
his Nokia. I don't think it was a flip.
Oh,
He
no.
had like
Sidekick?
no, it was like those. It wasn't a razor, but it was very thin. I don't know.
It was like the Nokia
Mm-mm.
shit. BlackBerry.
Like the shit you can push up. I think. Oh no, he
No,
didn't.
no, you didn't hook
Sidekick?
up. It
No,
was
that
just
was-
flat and just there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And he would always look at porn on there.
Yeah.
It was so funny because it was like this shitty little phone. He was looking at fucking porn on like this like 18-bit
What did we
screen.
convince him? What website to go to?
Penn Island.
Yeah, Penn Island.
PennIsland.com. If
Yeah.
you're listening to this, check out PennIsland.com.
See if
you
it's
wanna
still
buy some
up.
good
Actually,
pens.
see if it's
And
still
Al
up.
went to it on his phone, on Sean's phone, and it was. I remember him saying, "Oh shit, they actually sell pens."
I know, because it said your pen is our business,
I remember that vividly. That was fucking hilarious.
and I freaked out. I
That was
like,
a different
no way.
sleepover.
Yeah.
That was for my birthday, and
Yes.
I'll never forget that night. Jimmy and Sean almost got into a fist fight over the garlic bread because my
Yes.
mom got pizza.
Yeah.
Oh, like
Oh,
Illuminati's.
Yeah, Illuminati.
Crazy bread?
Crazy bread.
Because Jimmy
And
has a death grip.
He has a death grip, and he didn't want to give. It was like last slice of crazy bread.
Yeah.
He didn't want to give it up. Sean thought he should have it, and they almost fucking fought over that shit. I remember that.
Yeah, I
That was
remember
really
that.
funny.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Crazy bread.
I remember where I was sitting when it happened. too,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
right. I was at the table.
Yeah, we were all at the table, and they had
'Cause I was just
stood up.
eating. I was
They
just
had,
trying to
yeah, I
eat.
know, and they had stood up and fought over it like
It's
dogs,
like,
dude.
God damn, yeah. We were honestly though at that age,
Yeah.
you kind of are like a dog because it's like, I want the food, and you'll fight someone over the last slice.
How the fuck did it not fucking break in half?
It was
Jimmy's death
crunchier.
bread.
No, it was a crunchier.
Chewier.
It was chewier. I don't remember.
Yeah,
where.
softer. That would be harder to break in half. It wouldn't be like, you know,
Yeah,
it would
I
have to be.
don't know.
They're both fucking ripping at
Pliable.
It was in the
Marinara
I don't
sauce.
know. Something
the
happened.
wax,
Blasco stick.
and foil.
Oh.
You know what? Next time Jimmy's on the show, he can tell us his perspective.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he was involved with it. And that happened. And yeah, we had a lot of nights like that at my house.
Mm-hmm.
Good times.
Oh, you know what? Since it is a Christmas
Yeah,
episode,
yeah,
we need to
let's
talk about our Christmas
my
card.
annual Christmas. Oh yeah, we
this
had
is
a
a Christmas
card.
episode?
I forgot.
It's a holiday episode.
Holiday.
Whatever.
Wait,
No,
this
no.
is a holiday episode?
It's
Yeah.
primarily
Who
a
the hell have I
Joey.
Well, we
We talked
went
about
on
our
a
presents,
tangent.
favorite presents,
It
favorite
happens.
songs.
We went on a tangent.
So this is Christmas.
All right, tell us about the Christmas card, Al.
Okay, so you know the true origin of
That was hilarious.
of the Christmas card goes
I
back
remember
to
that
when we were in
card.
preschool,
Mhm.
actually. And so in preschool, we would do
Sings.
Yeah, we would do like a singing performance thing because kids are adorable.
Yeah, most like preschools and elementary schools do these.
Yeah, like a holiday sing or whatever.
Yeah, I remember.
They make all the kids go on a stage and they sing to their parents.
So
Mommy,
we're doing
baby,
like a
recital.
we're doing like a recital.
I
There's
cried.
the word I'm looking for. So we're doing like angels or something like that. So we're all wearing white robes.
Oh, kinky.
It's a famous picture.
And I remember me and Joey were standing by each other.
And you have a picture. Your mom
Yes,
took a picture.
I have a picture of us. Yeah.
Maybe that'll be the thumbnail.
Oh.
Sure you don't want it to be drawn?
I could take a break this week. I've been very busy.
It's about time you put a face to the voice.
That's already been there. The
It's been
Frozen
there.
Throne.
The Frozen Throne. Granted,
yeah.
I am
There is
wearing
no face.
for
Bro's
me, but
face.
him. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now you guys know that's Bro on the thumbnail.
Whatever.
Whatever.
And that's
No.
Al under the
I
mask.
don't give a shit. The camera loves me.
And then one year we would like take it on our phones and then send it out. We did that a couple of years.
Yes. It started with us sending on our phones as like a group message from me now, and it'd be like "Merry Christmas, everyone," and it'd be like that picture,
Yeah.
and then some bullshit like paragraph we'd type out.
Yeah.
I
It's
forgot about
another
that.
year, and
Yes.
that, you know what that means.
I forgot about that. We did that, and then finally one year, it was like our freshman or sophomore year of college. We were like, let's step it up another level,
Yeah.
and we made real Christmas
We
cards.
printed it out
remember
at
that,
Walgreens. Yeah.
Yep.
We did Feliz Navidad
Yep.
from
I wonder
our
if anyone-
family to yours.
It sucks because I don't think anyone still has those. I would love a copy.
Yeah.
I'll do some digging. I might.
Yeah, if you
It was
still
a good
have
one.
that,
We
I would
sent
love
it. We
that.
sent
I
out
would
at
like
like
a
20
picture of that.
something.
'Cause I remember my dad got it and was like, I didn't know Jelly and Alex were dating.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude. I remember Lexi's
That's what
dad.
we were going for, dude.
Lexi's
That's why
dad
it was
saw
hilarious.
that. Yeah, we wanted to look like me and Al were like a couple on the card because it's like from our family years. I remember Lexi's dad sees it because we put it in their mailbox.
Yeah, yeah.
And he sees it and he's like, those fucking. I'm
Well,
not gonna
you
say
know
it.
what?
I'm
The
not gonna
slur,
say it.
yes,
Those
one
boys.
of the one of the slurs.
Boys being boys.
Boys will jerk off boys.
Yeah, that was so funny. Everyone got a huge kick out of that. Everyone loved that.
I like
Yeah.
the reindeer one.
Yeah,
the
we got a
reindeer one
picture
was
with a
good.
reindeer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That was
fun.
Right from the
that was the
North
next
Pole.
year.
No, we did like a montage for the
Oh.
Christmas
Yeah.
card.
Oh, yeah,
it was a
we did.
montage. We had the picture of us as kids
Halloween.
in the play, and then a picture of us from Halloween, and then a picture of us with the reindeer, and then probably one more too.
Yeah.
I gotta dig it up, man. Oh, there's a picture of us in front of my Christmas tree from the Christmas party.
Oh yes, yeah.
Because every year, on top of that, I would also have an annual Christmas party at my house.
Yeah.
And we'd play White Elephant. Well, it lasted like maybe 3-4 years.
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
It
The
was
white elephant
short-lived.
was fun
What
though.
was
Yeah,
the
that was
best
fun.
white elephant gift? Or most memorable for you
I got a
guys?
Nicki Minaj CD, and then I took it, regifted it at my family's
Nice.
white elephant. My grandma got it, and I'm like, Grandma, you should play the CD, and they played it, and it's explicit.
Bitches ain't shit.
Yes, exactly. And it was like
Oh,
one
pride
song
of
that
peace
where
and
she said
respect.
"pussy" or something like that. So
Oh,
they're like, "Oh,
lordy."
why?" Yeah, basically, it was more of my aunts being like, "Oh, what is this? Why?" But
Yeah.
my grandma's like,
That's so
Can't
funny.
hear.
Yeah,
My grandma's like, this shit's fucking.
This
tight."
shit-
"This is
Oh,
fire!
my-
This is fire!"
I remember I would always gift one of Joey's famous mixtape CDs.
Yeah.
My mix CDs, I'd always put that in. And I remember one year, it was a very sought after gift
It is.
that Donald. No, this is a different
Oh.
one. That Donald gave away. He gave away like a tea cup
Oh yeah.
with
yeah.
like a little diffuser in it too, or whatever.
one of
for
those
you to put your tea.
teacups. Where you can put
Yeah,
your
and I
beans
remember
in.
I got that, and I was hella hyped on it. I was like, this is fucking awesome. And Lexi stole it from me, and I was actually like fucking pissed off at her when she stole that.
No, one year, one of these glasses actually, it might even be this glass. It was this glass and like a coaster, and like someone had stolen what I had wanted, and then
That sucked.
yeah, so I got a
much.
bar glass and a coaster, and I'm like, I'm taking that. I think I took it from Ryan. I was like, sorry, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's part of the game.
Yeah.
I remember
Like,
one
sorry.
year was really epic. I think it was the last year we did it, actually. Garrett came.
It's the Smirnoff.
Yes, and I told him to ice someone. He should just like wrap up a Smirnoff ice, and whoever opens it has to get iced.
That's
Yeah.
actually a recent one.
It was a couple years ago.
It
was at Lexi's old house.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, maybe.
No way,
No.
dude. That was 3 at least. It was at least 3. That was probably 2015.
It might be 2.
It was pretty recent, man.
Might have been 2. I don't know.
I think I was out of school.
After this podcast, I'll
We'll fact check it.
But I think it was at least a couple years ago. But the point is, he wrapped up a Smirnoff Ice, like one of the big ones, like the 24 ounce, or maybe even bigger. And I remember Lexi opened that.
Yeah.
And
she's like, shit.
We iced her, and that was really fucking funny. That was good.
Yeah.
We had fun with that stuff, all the holiday parties. Those were good times.
I still have Alex's fucking gift. It was just a bunch of United swag. I was like,
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I still use one of them too. It's like the holder for like your phone or shit. When like
Hell yeah.
Yes,
when they're actually small and you could like stand it up, and I just like they're all the business cards I get into that thing. So
Yeah. No,
it's some use.
My mom was laughing. She's like, I got all this stuff. You should just put that in there. I was like, you're right. I should. And then I did. Yeah.
I remember part of the Christmas party tradition when it was at my house was sneaking all the booze into my basement because my parents would be upstairs.
Yeah.
And we'd just be like turning the fuck up in my basement.
Yeah.
I remember one year, I remember this pretty vividly. Donald spilled a cup of like rum and coke in the basement, and I ran to go get a towel, and Dog was with us in the basement.
Yes.
I came back and the puddle was gone because he licked it up.
God.
It was so funny.
He was a team player.
He was. He would spend all night with us just playing fetch.
Yes.
Those were good parties, man. Those were really good parties.
He was, if we were an anime, he was the mascot.
Yeah, he was like Akamaru.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember we would go, I don't know about y'all, but I would go fucking hard at my Christmas parties because it was like, it's my house.
Yes, exactly.
So I would just get fucked up. Good times.
Yeah, I never got any
Yeah, you were
invite.
never invited, but...
Except for the one year I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Against Donald.
Really?
Yep. Well, Tim and Donald.
It was we all made a deck.
Yeah.
Oh, and then we played Pictionary, too.
No, that was a different time when we all made a deck.
Pictionary.
This was just like randomly like we grabbed like some of the crap cards and we made like little shit decks.
Oh, I remember. It was also when I helped you sneak some of the booze in while my parents were not home.
What, like, you escorted me in or something?
Yeah, I
earlier
got
in
the
the
door open for you because
Yeah.
Bro wasn't home yet. I had to be home.
Oh, yeah. Dude, do you remember that one time it was like after finals?
Yeah, you and Jimmy.
And I showed up just at your house or something like that one day.
In college?
No. Like high school. I just randomly appeared.
I'm trying to remember. Can you, like, elaborate a little?
I don't know. I think I
You
literally
just showed up.
I called you, and then you're like, hello? I'm like, yeah, I'm outside. You're like, what?
Well, like, which finals? Was
I
it,
don't
like,
know.
winter finals or, like, end of the year
End of the year finals.
I'm trying to remember this,
I
man.
don't know. It was like one of those times where I know you're home, so I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
here.
you used to do that. That was a few times. I
did that to
enjoyed
Sean
that, though.
recently,
Yeah.
and he's like, you're a son of a bitch.
Yeah. That was fun, though, because it's like, let's go, man.
I was like, oh, hey, I'm outside. What? I know you're home.
That was just, it came with the territory, really. It was just part of the friendship.
I know. Because, I don't know, I always like the idea of showing up uninvited.
Mm-hmm.
As much.
I liked it, too, because that was, like, it was very, we had, like, our group of friends, it was, like, a very, like, neighborly type of friendship, where it's, like, you just show up, or, like, dude, I remember how many times I would just walk into people's houses.
Yeah.
I remember I walked into Donald's house once, and nobody was even there.
Yeah.
I did that at
Not even Donald?
No, he wasn't even there.
No one.
I remember...
I mean, the cat.
Well, I remember he knew Jimmy and I let ourselves into his house, and he calls his house phone. And I remember hearing the answering machine pick up, and he starts leaving a message, and we hear him, he's like, you motherfuckers, get out of my fucking house. And then we ran out of there. He didn't say that verbatim, but like.
Well, yeah,
it was pretty close.
It was definitely close.
Yeah,
Come on.
And I remember there was another
Come
time
on.
I was meeting up with y'all. Y'all told me you were at Natalie's house, and I let myself in there. Not a fucking person was in there. It's just me and Brutus, and there's
Brutus.
their dog Brutus.
Oh.
It was just me and him, and I'm like looking around. I'm walking around the house. I'm like, where the fuck is everyone? And no one was there. I was just like in the house by myself.
Yeah,
I
and-
found out you guys like left and
Right.
walked to the park.
Mm-hmm. And poor Brutus is like, "You're here. You're here." Yeah.
And then I left because I realized y'all weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that we had a very neighborly type of friendship where it's just like, hey, I'm here, come out, or let me in,
Yeah.
or I'll just let myself in.
Yeah.
Because I would do that at your house, I'd do that at Donald's house, Dave's house, whoever's house. I remember that was like
Sean's
my
house?
that was
Yeah.
my thing for a while.
I would do
just,
that at
like,
Sean's house
let
all the
myself
time.
in wherever. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, I'm going in.
Sean's house, they never lock the door ever.
Yeah, yeah, they wouldn't. Because I remember that we'd show up and it's like, all right, Sean never
if it
picked
was-
up his phone, so
yeah.
we'll go in.
Yeah, if it's and I would come in, talk to his mom, run upstairs, and he's like shirtless in his shorts playing WoW.
Yes. No.
no,
Wow.
he was addicted to WoW, dude.
We all were.
We all were, but
We really all were.
I got to see Sean's addiction firsthand.
So I'd like to talk about my book of the month club here that I'd like to introduce to your guys' podcast.
Okay, yeah,
That's
sure.
perfect.
This week we're looking at The Elementary Particles by Mikhail Hulabeki. He arrived at the shower block, body space 8. He had more or less resigned himself to the woman being old and decrepit and was taken aback to see teenagers.
Is that a summary? Of
There
the
were
book?
4 of them.
This is
This is an excerpt. There were 4 of them near the showers, all between 15 and 17.
Oh no.
Opposite the sinks. 2 of them wore bikini bottoms and waited as the other 2 played under the shower like otters, chatting and laughing and splashing each other. They were completely naked.
This literally sounds like my freshman year of high school.
The scene was indescribably graceful and erotic. He did not deserve such a thing. His cock was hard in his boxer
Oh
shorts.
my
Oh
God.
my goodness.
With one hand, he took it out and pressed himself against the sink as he cleaned between his teeth with a toothpick. He stabbed himself in the gum, removed the bloody toothpick. The head of his penis tingled unbearably. It was hot and swollen. A drop forming at the tip. One of the girls, graceful and dark-haired, stepped out of the shower, grabbed a towel, and began to contentedly pat her young breasts dry. If you'd like to hear more, pick up this book. Once again, it's The Elementary Particles by Mikhail Hulabeki. And yeah, that's the new segment. So check in next week for the next book
I
recommendation.
can't
Thanks.
wait to read this.
I thought it was gonna be about like
Fortnite.
physics.
I guess this week my current events topic.
Oh,
I
we're just
have.
going away from the book talk.
I don't know. What do y'all read any good books?
I gotta pee.
No, just the book of the month thing.
I like the sound of that book. I
Yeah,
think it
it-
sounds good.
I did like that.
I've never been so turned on by words in my life.
I wanted a little more time to pick a little more ridiculous thing, but I just kind of Googled last minute there.
That was good.
Yeah, no,
Most
that
of
was
the time I have to make up some bullshit.
Yeah, and so that was my plan. I told Jimmy about that. I wanted to do a book of the month club, make it sound like a normal title, and then just
Yeah,
read some raunchy
that did
ass
sound
shit.
like a normal time. I was expecting physics.
Yeah, like some Stephen Hawking shit.
Yeah, he was a pervert.
Yeah, he
oh,
was.
yeah.
He was a sick
He
fuck.
grabbed all of his nurses, I hear.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't you say that about Stan Lee too?
Well, that was true.
Yeah, he was a
No,
pervert.
it wasn't.
All
true.
old men are pervs. That's kind of their
Turned
thing.
out it wasn't true. With
Yeah, he was a
Stan Lee.
pervert.
No, he was reverse. He was elder abused.
Well, perverts can be abused.
That's what prison's for.
Look,
Yep.
I just work here.
Yeah, yet you act like a golden god.
Yeah. Comes with the
I am a
territory.
golden god.
Respect me.
Respect the pouch.
A starter
Respect
car. This is a finisher.
Oh man.
Alright, anyways, Joey's daily, weekly, current events, whatever the
Current
fuck.
events. So there's an article on Newsweek. Do you guys remember the yodeling kid?
Yeah,
What?
he showed up at one of
Yeah,
our friends'
the
fraternities.
Walmart
At,
yodeling
At
kid.
the Walmart, and he's yodeling a song. I read an article on Newsweek a couple days ago, and it was talking about the yodeling kid from Walmart.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened was the mother, who is now the yodeling kid's manager,
Of course.
said that they are going to make him a eunuch so that he can remain high-pitched yodeling forever.
Keeps his range, doesn't go deeper.
So they're chopping off his nuts.
Yes, surgically.
Choir boys do it all the time. I'd say it's fine.
Fun fact, I read in Newsweek.
So that really stops your vocal cord from...
The less tea
They
you
said
have.
Yeah,
they
less
said
testosterone.
they'll be damned if anything's gonna stop them, and they will try whatever they can to
Can't
keep
they just do like
that yodeling
testosterone
voice.
blockers without like cutting off his nuts and...
They said they'll do whatever they can to keep that yodeling voice intact.
That sweet, sweet little boy voice.
This seems almost as drastic as Portland allowing furries to shit in the animal parks.
And mate,
Oh my god.
And mate.
it's true. I read an article.
Yeah,
Also-
very reliable article.
Yeah. I didn't read the whole thing, but I saw the headlines.
I only needed the headline.
I only needed
Share it.
and the picture.
It was from like
Share, like,
2015.
subscribe.
Definitely fake, but it was real.
On other news, also, I read a statistic from The Guardian this week.
Oh, good.
It said that there are officially more people in the world
Wow.
doing the flossing dance. Flossing.
Right.
Fortnite floss.
No, your teeth, dipshit.
No. Fortnite flossing. Than there are
that's not
people
floss.
actually dental flossing.
Yes.
in
Oh,
the
that's
world.
I agree.
Well, no,
I agree.
More people
Yeah.
floss
I agree.
Doing the dance
the
than
dance than
thread
actually flossing their teeth.
All right.
That's
Do you guys
that's
floss?
true.
No.
Yeah.
Do I floss?
The dentist does it
No,
for me. Every
Yeah.
like
Twice a year.
Well,
twice
I
a year.
mean,
You don't
I don't,
floss,
I
so-
don't, I don't floss. I use toothpicks.
Yeah, I floss
doesn't
if I
count.
get something like stuck in my teeth.
If
I
I mean
have to though.
popcorn.
I have a
Happens, like,
fake
twice a
tooth,
year.
dude. I have a fake
Something-
tooth.
Really?
Yes.
Why is it not gold?
It's I asked about that actually to my dentist.
Good.
Can afford it.
No, he said
24
it's
karat.
it's possible, but you know it's
You don't
You'll
want
look
that.
several
stupid.
thousand.
Oh.
Told you, couldn't afford it.
Well, he's saying it's
Well.
possible if you're interested. You know, it'll-
Insurance will cover it. It's
Maybe.
dental.
He basically said depends on what you want, and I was like, I don't know. I'm just asking questions. You know, you go to the doctor, you ask questions, but I don't know.
What you want is a diamond tooth.
Yeah.
That would be
Diamond
nice.
flowers.
That would be nice.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so the yodeling kid is going to be a eunuch, and more people floss dance than they do floss their teeth. So, with that, Merry Christmas! Thank you, Donald, for coming on the
Yes,
show.
yeah,
thanks
and,
for-
Give him a little
Yeah. All
round.
right. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
and for being a good sport
Yeah.
with us. And
Yeah, as always, drive safely or fall asleep safely. Don't slip on anything in your bed.
okay.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, you know what?
Hit that.
Yeah, if you guys
smash
wanna
that
see-
motherfucking like button.
Bucking Bronco, if you want to see.
Yes.
Bucking Bronco.
If you want to see Bucking Bronco, smash that motherfucking like button.
If we don't get more than 5 likes, we're not putting it up.
And you know what?
I want to
We're
say
not some
10.
cheap
I want to
whore.
say 10.
15.
I hit
Yeah,
10.
15,
10,
10.
15.
Whatever. I'll decide the amount at a later date. And you know what?
Tweet it out.
Frig it. We're worth it. Subscribe too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're on Twitter, Grandmaster.
we're on everything except for Insta and Napster.
You don't need an Insta.
Yeah,
but
guys.
do we? Maybe.
Well,
Where,
it's
that's
later,
where
maybe.
that'd be a perfect place to put the Bucking Bronco video.
I'd like to thank you guys.
We might make an Insta.
Please
we'll keep
check out my new show, F is for Family.
Yes, Donald's got a new show. You can plug yourself now.
yeah,
at the end
give
of the
yourself a
interview.
plug if you
That's
want.
basically all I plug, man. My new show that I'm ripping off from Bill Burr and his excellent work.
Bill Burr. Like
Add
Bill
my
Maher, but
Smash
better.
ID. We can smash.
Hashtag.
And yeah.
Goodbye.
Merry Christmas.
Feliz Navidad.
And go fuck yourself.